welcome to Saturday night stream. It is just I at the moment. We'll see who can join me here. I'm in the process of trying to make Rakakuni less of a difficult thing to deal with. So currently the big challenge I'm having is obviously, well, if you've been watching the stream at all, and obviously thousands of you have, is the issue I have with stamina. So what I'm doing is I did a respec, and I'm going to basically run a bunch of different endurance reductions here. Tough is a huge one for me. We'll crank her into there too. So I'm short on a bunch of them. Pardon me. Range doesn't matter. I don't currently have hasten now. I need this for this. That should about do it for what I can actually use here. I mean, I suppose I could go in and some of the area effect things I can crush that to there. And I mean, why not? We'll use these up. Normally they'd be sitting in hasten. And obviously that doesn't pay at this point. So do I actually put these into damage now so that I can actually use them later? They don't help me at all. After 3, really. But I'm thinking, rather than just sacrifice them to the gods here, maybe we'll just put a couple little extra damage things in here. Where can I sneak another one? Well, you know, if I take this out of here, move this one out of here, I really don't care about hitting with my lightning at all. I'm more concerned about just getting their attention at this point. So we'll do that, and then I'll put this one over here. And then what's left for us? That kind of takes care of most of that. I don't think this fits into anything. No, so we're pretty much done here. All right, well, let's run with that and see how it goes. I will need to nab and make this out of my way here. You know, we'll need to nab a couple IOs just to kind of make up for it, I think. All right, well, let's go take a look. Oh, you know what? Before we're doing it, what is this? When did I get Frenzy? What is Frenzy? It's a temporary power. Okay. Plan Rage. Increase recharge rate. Corruptors, Dominators, Brutes have the rage bars filled. I don't know what that means. Don't know how I got it, but you know, we're gonna accept that. So we'll see how this goes. I think I will move my armors down to my toggles, I should say, down to a fourth bar, just because it's starting to get a little crowded up here. 2, 3, 4, and there we go. And might as well start from scratch. All right, so our armors are going to be charged. Lightning field we'll put over here. Conductive shield. Static shield. Ground is automatic. Lightning reflex is automatic. That I need to put over here. And that. And fast travel will go up here. And what else goes over here? Rotation. Go up here. We'll put this here because why not? Beast run. Sprint. Did I miss? Jetpack down here. I guess frenzy, because why not frenzy? Roll, walk, run, sprint, rest. That's all there. Okay, we've got tough. We've got weave. We've got combat jumping. We've got super jump and double jump. We've got move lightning. All right. So that takes care of our armors. Let's get our attacks taken care of. So that's that for us. We'll put this one here. That there for us. We'll put taunt up here. This over here, and then savage leap is kind of a whenever I can thing. Looks pretty good. We'll take that. Alright, so let's fire up. Okay, so fastest place to find SOs. Probably going to be one of the lobby areas. Port Oaks, that works. Anyhow, I don't currently have any sets going. So, I mean, I have like one Luck of the Gambler, I think, in combat jump. To try to help me with my my issues with endurance. Alright, so here we are, and Thunder should be right over here. What do I need? I need 2 endurance reductions, a jump. Oh, you know, I should have put that over there. Stinks. Okay, yeah, I did not play that right. Well, let's just do this then. We'll put 1, 2, 3. I've already forgotten. 1, 2, 3 of them, and a jump. All right, that'll work. 2, 3. And a jump. All right, and we'll see how this goes.
You're building out sets for yourself.
Sneak.
Sneak what?
Sneaky. Sneak it. Goes into here. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't play that one right. Oh, only resist damage goes in there, so that doesn't help me. Poor planning. All right. No, I'm not doing any sets. I did a respec to try to get rid of the stuff that I wasn't using. And then also put as many things as I could into endurance reductions right now. So we'll see how that goes.
You just made the war witch sound.
I did, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I couldn't see where my face was. And you are going live very shortly.
I am.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm dressed for this.
All right. Well, we'll see how this goes. I was fine before I sat down, and now I'm all warm again. It's like something in me is radiating heat. It's very annoying. I'm sure you can't comprehend what that feels like.
Not at all. I don't know anything about what it's like to feel like something's radiating heat off of you constantly.
Yeah. Yeah. Pardon me.
We're gonna hit the last mission.
Um,
It's the last one in the it's either the finale or the one right before the finale.
defend the Vanguard base. Yes. Although I have forgotten how to get to the Rikti War Zone from here. Actually, I'm not entirely sure I ever knew how to get to the Rikti War Zone from here.
You can do it from the long range teleporter.
That assumes you have that zone unlocked for the long range teleporter. And strange enough, I do. Okay. Don't know when that happened.
Right. So I'm a little sad because this is one of my favorite sleep shirts that I've had for ages. Ages. And I can't, it's like 6 inches too short.
Well, you know, I imagine a lot of the guys out there feel the same way.
Oh, that was terrible. Oh, and I meant to tell you, I did check in with Zach just to see um what was up with yesterday, and his dog is sick.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
We've been in touch throughout the day, and they are currently at the emergency clinic. So
Bing, tinka, tinka, ting, tinka, tinka, tinka. Hopefully nothing serious.
vomiting and black diarrhea.
Sounds like I might have eaten something.
Yeah, I asked him about NSAIDs or anything laying around that he may have gotten into.
I would think more along the lines of antifreeze. What are we doing here? Finding fault line, finding... Wait a minute. Did we just do this one? Why is this... Is this the same mission as before? Where are you?
I just followed the red arrow.
Yeah, me too, I thought. Let me come back out. Okay, red arrow definitely points there.
Mm-hmm.
You are not in the doorway. I don't know where you are.
Oh, I'm in a portal.
What?
I'm in a portal. Like
Portal.
one of those, like a green tunnel thing. Let me see if it's gonna dump me out somewhere else. There. Let me see if I can find you.
Yeah, I have no idea where you are.
I'm where the red arrow says I'm supposed to go. Which is not where you are. You now have a different red arrow. How do I get to that red arrow?
I selected your mission, and your mission points to the same place. It points up on top of the thing next to the helicopter.
What in the heckin' stuff?
Alright, well, I don't know how to get you to the spot, but we have to have the same red arrow, because I picked my mission, I picked your mission, and they both go to the same door. Hang on, I'm going to turn on the... Oh, did I move the fan? I did not move the fan. I'll be right back.
I figured it out. I was underneath of you.
I'm sorry, you were talking to somebody who wasn't here.
No, I said I figured it out. I was underneath of you.
Oh. You couldn't have been going to the red arrow then. You were going to underneath the red arrow, right?
Yes, but it looked like on the map.
I get it. I get it. So we have to find fault line and fusion net and the raid leader again. Didn't we just do this?
Yeah, we did.
We did this last night.
Yeah, we did. This was the last one we did last night.
Are they like in different spots this time?
I don't know. So much kicking. So much kicking, man.
Okay, well this is a very, very narrow little zone here that we got going on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see one of them, like right next to the building. I'm going in.
Like fusion net.
Yeah. You're right next to a bunch of monkeys, just so you know.
And I will torch them with my fireball. And set my imps on them that I just remembered that I had.
Yeah, the imps. The supposed imps.
Hey, at least I figured it out this time. Okay?
That's true. I wasn't going to tell you.
Without a reminder.
I was not going to tell you. There's so much stinkiness around here. Goodness. All right. Wait a minute. Why is the arrow pointing over there now? Do you see what I'm seeing?
Mm-hmm. There must be another one of them over there.
All right. Well, let's just, wait a minute. What's going on? Who's fighting what over here?
Actually, there's nobody over here.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on.
I don't know either. I'm gonna beat these guys up. But
I'm gonna go over and protect your pets. Oh, and you likewise. Well, I am running all of my armors right now. And I'm
The
not
new
running out of
ones.
power.
Oh, because of the reset?
Yeah, the respec.
Respect.
RESPC. Like most of Aretha Franklin's song. Alright. Okay, what happened to the arrow?
Se acabó. No estás aquí.
I almost forgot to do my thing today. I didn't do it last night. Luckily, I had enough banked up that
You
I didn't
kept
I
your
didn't I
lead.
didn't lose my 38-day streak. All right. Well,
How does that work that you don't lose your streak if you
if you do enough in a row, you gain
credit?
uh like mulligans, I guess.
Mulligans.
Extra strokes when nobody's watching. I forget what you call it. For anybody watching, Christina's kids are the worst cheaters at mini golf you've ever seen.
And Paul, being hard of seeing, still schmucked everybody by at least a dozen points.
Such bad, blatant cheaters. Oh my god.
Oh.
I see him tap it 7 times. Okay, I'm on 2. I'm like, I just saw you hit it 7 times. Well, those are practices.
Yeah. But you see, it's not like I'm not telling them. It's constant. It's constantly just being like,
How do they get to that point where they figure, oh, you know what, the rules don't matter. As long as you win. I do not see... Okay, so one of the... Wait a minute, something's going on here. One of them, one of these... Oh, shoot. I gotta finish my sentence. One of these combos before was up on the top of a roof, if I recall. And that's the Midwestern roof sound. Roof.
I have the southern one. It's a roof. Someone's on the roof.
Things are looking a little roof.
That's why I'm always like, is it root or route? That,
It's both.
I've heard it both ways because I've lived in one place and lived in the other.
Dang it, my salvage is full again. Okay. I didn't do my due diligence on that. What do I need to delete here? That would be easy. I don't use circuit boards very often.
I tried to send you a video because kicks are getting big enough that you can see it on image now. Like if I record it, you can see it go boop.
I still can't get over the fact that he bonked. Oh, there he is. He bonked my handle. He's like right outside the exit. Oh my god! You know, you came walking out of the tunnel or under the building.
Yeah.
If you just took a right, he's like right there. Like, where is he? Where is he? All right. Okay. If you can entertain, I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Wait, entertain. Okay. First of all, now I gotta lead these two, and I'm not very good at that. So we're gonna hope and pray for the best. Secondly... Oh, it says mission complete. So we're all done. We don't even gotta do anything. I don't have to do anything. I just have to hit mission complete. Bam. Didn't even realize that. Okay, well, I guess I have less to do than I thought I did, which is very helpful. And contact. No answer.
Yes, that is the toilet too. I got water and used the bathroom.
Multitasking. I like
I
it.
didn't do both at the same time. I did not.
So there's two options. You can, when you go to your contact, it closes out the arc. You can get introduced to a new contact, but
Okay.
there's also an additional set of available missions.
I have Serpent Drummer. Well, the additional missions mean that we can just continue on with the non-arc portion of our stuff.
Yeah.
Do you
So what
get?
would
Do
you
you
like
have
to
super?
do?
Do you have Serpent Drummer as your contact?
Yes.
I can see what you're talking about regarding that shirt.
It's so short. It's and you know how this shirt used to fit me. It just doesn't.
Yes, yes, I do. We may end up aiming your camera up slightly.
Oh. Oh. Sorry.
Don't
I was
apologize to
itchy.
me.
I moved back because I was itchy, and I can't scratch
It's the bright
without
lighting.
with. That's right. I think that's it.
All right, let's go talk to Serpent Drummer. I don't want to keep on going on this arc if we don't have to. It's caused us too much strife. So where is Serpent Drummer? Oh, he's in this zone. Somewhere. Isn't he? I swear.
Yes.
Like over here somewhere? But I'm not like seeing anybody over here. Oh, now he's back over here. Oh, he must be in the
In the building.
yeah. I may end up having a Russian coffee later.
Really?
Yes.
You're feeling like all the fun things today, huh?
Well, you know. Oh, I had because why not? You know, why not just risk danger after having a gigantic bowl of bran flake or raisin bran? Why not then, after thinking things must be clear by now, why not then go and make the pork loin with the potatoes today?
I mean, it's not a bad option.
Other than the fact that, you know, pork is usually not easily digestible.
It's true.
All right. Well, I'm at.
You didn't. Did you get a mission from him?
I did. I got Guard Lady Gray. Oh,
Well,
I
how?
also leveled. Oh.
Oh, he said that I can't
Do
talk
you
to him
do you need
until
to be 40?
I think so, but I already leveled. I just haven't
Oh, I did
done it.
too. Um,
Wait, where's the
I'm
arbiter?
standing right next to. It's a Vanguard drill instructor. All right, what do I do at 40? I'm putting all three into something I don't have. All right, that works. I'm putting 3 into Savage Leap. Perfect. And then I think there's a. Is this a vendor here? Yeah, there's a vendor right over here too. I had to go through my inventory. And get rid of a bunch of the stuffs. What do you?
My nose started itching,
Uh huh.
and then it was like it felt like it was gonna be like one of those nasty like sneeze things. You know the sneeze where you sneeze so hard it like hurts, and
Oh,
you can feel like all the pressure building up. And I was just like, no, I'm gonna do this
all
right into the
sneezes hurt.
microphone. No, they don't.
They do. I still have a dislocated rib.
Oh yeah, it's true.
You'd think that sucker would have popped in by now, but no, it doesn't really seem to care. No, I'm just like, oh, no, we're fine where we are. I'm just going to go with 3 of everything as opposed to 5 of everything. There we go. Alright, now I need 3 damages.
So I'll recharge.
Alright. So I don't understand why you don't have the mission, though.
I think because I wasn't 40. He said that he needed to come back and talk to him in a little while.
But you're 40 now, aren't you?
Yeah, but I just did it.
Your soldier's 39.
Oh, well then I'm not 40.
Okay, well let's,
But I can go back and check with him and see what he says now that I'm
No, you're 39. Oh, you should also, I during the respec today, I also checked and I have all of the patron powers, all the pools. So you should have them too, since we did those missions. All right, well, then let's go talk to What's-Her-Face again.
Well, let me talk to, he's right here, right?
No,
not you.
Serpent Drummer. He's like right over here.
Here, I went the wrong way. Perhaps when you're around level 40. Yeah.
Well, you are around level 40 now. All right, so...
Yeah, I'm 39 and a half at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we can do yours. I'm sure I'll pop it by the time I'll get there eventually.
Well, what was the name of the contact we were just running? Oh, wait! I got it. Okay. We'll just do the Rogue Island Protector missions. Oh, except nothing's in there. All right, that didn't work.
Yeah. Levantera wanted me to do a retrieval mission. Levantera. The lady we were just doing.
Yeah. Why can't I find her now? Scorpion. Oh yeah, okay. Available missions. Rescue Arnold Drecker. Oh, it's a whole nother arc. Let's just do that. I didn't know there was another arc with Lavascu.
Levantera.
La Pew Pew.
It's a nice one for Spanish. Levantera.
Oh, I have the wrong mission picked.
Do you remember what levanta means? Levantate?
No.
Pick something up. Pick it up.
I'm sorry. I had the wrong mission picked. It's over here.
Oh, you do. You do, huh? Bam.
Bam. Whoop-pow. All right. Yeah.
I'm hoping I don't tap out too early today.
Oh, you gotta do you.
Cleared out the basement.
Uh-huh.
And then did a whole dump run. Filled up the whole back of the car. Just like, I have this terrible habit that if we get other furniture, I just put the furniture in the basement, the old furniture. And so I have all this furniture I don't need.
Just have the kids break it.
Well, that's why most of it has been replaced. It's because it's broken. And so I don't...
Yeah, I know.
I don't need the broken furniture that's hanging out. So it's either broken or stained beyond recognition. Oh, I went to look at an apartment with my sister today.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was really nice. It was a cute little place, but like it was like a barn that they were like rehabilitating into a house, and they had just bought it like 2 months ago.
That's cool.
And all of the angles were odd. Like the rooms weren't squares or rectangles. Those are difficult to furnish.
Yeah, they are.
So, and they wanted $1,700 for it.
Yeah.
Which is all inclusive. So including heat, hot water, electricity, everything.
Then have I got a miner for her? She can run all of my miners. since electricity is included, and that bill normally runs, you know, if I have them all running, 3,000-4,000 a month.
Is it really that much a month? Oh my god, you were paying that much a month when you had them all running?
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. There's a reason I don't have them running all the time. In fact, even in the winter, when I do crank one of them up, it's usually only one. And even one is usually enough to heat the whole place. Back at the house, it was actually enough to heat the garage up if the doors were closed in the winter. But you gotta figure, okay, it's the equivalent of, I had 2 power supplies. There's no way your pets are gonna leave that guy alone. 2 power supplies, each doing, oh, there's a rescue over here, which works out really well. 2 power supplies, each for doing like 950 watts, going all the time. So just, you know, think about having 2 dryers on constantly. Okay.
Yeah, my electric bill runs like $250, and I'm just like, God damn, kids leave all the lights on everywhere. It's also hysterical that you had that high of an electric bill, but yet we're still like, why are all the lights on everywhere?
My God.
Oh, this is like I said, part of this is my fault for getting the smart home, where I can tell it to turn all the lights off.
Yeah, but they don't do it with the smart home either.
I have to do it.
Right. So you're not, all you're doing is you're saving walking over and flipping a switch from you having to actually say it.
It's also like the times when I'm like backing out of the driveway and realize the whole upstairs is lit up, and I can tell my phone to turn all the lights in the house off. That's also quite helpful.
Right. So how is it your fault now that you've made it a smart home if they can't actually say turn off the lights?
It's my fault for enabling them. It's my fault for enabling it by turning them off myself instead of making them go to it.
Oh, there's a good shot. Oh, you got sneakers. Sneakies. Well, I will say so far, just on these couple missions we run, that it seems easier.
What seems easier?
I can run all of my armors. I'm not taking as much damage.
Since the respec, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me I was actually playing this time, and that was making a difference.
I mean, if you want to go there, that's fine. Yeah, it was what I meant to say. This is much easier now that you're playing with your full brain.
Like I'm thinking about the mission and practicing good sportsmanship. You mean?
I know the people who are watching this and who watch this later on are thinking, why didn't I dump Christina after that? I have to just tell you, it's just a game. It's just a game.
But you know what? If you were going to dump me, all of the previous incidences in the very first 2 weeks would have given you more than enough reason for you to make that decision.
Well, this is a whole different area we came out in.
Let's go.
I guess we go to the rescue. You have to call your contact. I have a rescue B NADEC. I can't read the details, but this looks like what I got.
We've got Arnold telling us we have to go rescue Benjamin.
Yeah. I figure we can do my missions because mine are going to give us just slightly more experience right now.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure. For sure.
I just got shot in the pooper from somebody.
You look good in red. Although the light from your monitor makes you very...
washed out and pale looking? Sickly? Zombie-like?
Luminescent.
Oh, okay. I think I look good in pink.
You think so?
I do.
I don't know what do you have that I've seen you in that's pink?
I can only think of one thing. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, okay, we're fighting. Okay. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Locate
Neither.
B Nadek. It's a gigantic bubble down there of some sort. I'm guessing maybe that has something to do with them.
Maybe.
Oh, you know, I've done this mission before.
Have you?
Long time ago. Oh, no, we can't get to that gigantic bubble, I guess. And I found the walls.
Oh.
All right.
So, what is your favorite word or phrase that you've learned in Spanish so far?
Disculpe.
Disculpe or disculpe?
Disculpe. Because it sounds very Italian. Disculpe. There's a lot of shared
Yes, there is.
word sounds, but not necessarily spellings.
Yeah. A lot of times the pronunciation is like 85% the same, and so is the sound, the meaning, not the sound, I'm sorry. The meaning and the sound are very much the same. It's the spelling
Yeah,
and grammar that make different. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
the romantic language roots.
There's a lot more the A sounds in Italy
Yeah.
with
It's
those
funny.
Italians.
I can read Italian and French moderately well, considering
I found
I
him.
speak them like garbage.
Oh, okay. Now to extract him. 86 yards. Okay, I'll just walk him the 86 yards back to. Come on. Come on. He can't make it up that frickin'. Alright, he just made it up there.
Are you in a different map than I am?
No. In fact, I see your pets running all over the place right next to me. Just, I'm on the ground.
Oh, I need to go down.
Well, I mean, you don't have to go down. I'll never force you to.
I have to give you options.
Ta-da! All right. Well, you look all shiny. Did you just get out of a shower?
Yes. So I was kind of itchy,
No.
and I thought maybe if I shower, I'll feel better. And I had been out with the pup, and we took him out gallivanting.
No. Yeah, I'm just curious that he's found a way to wedge himself into the seat more.
You know,
Not that
so
you
this is
should be blamed for any of that.
listen. This is the way it all works, right? And it's kind of hilarious.
Listen.
Okay, so when I'm driving, when I stop, he falls off the seat.
Uh-huh.
Because he's usually distracted. He's looking at something. He's doing,
He gets up and
dog
moves.
things.
Yes.
And so what happened, I'm just going to have to complete the mission from her because it said that I
I have to go speak to the Dark Watcher.
Yeah, but it wouldn't let me do that yet.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my way. Where the heck is the Dark Watcher at? Okay.
But
I see.
so the seatbelt alarm kept going off. It started maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago because he's gotten heavier. So he's heavy enough that when he shotguns with me, the alarm goes off. And it'll just go ting 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 ting, telling me that the seatbelt was unattached. So I started just clipping the seatbelt behind him. And what would happen is, like, say we go to Starbucks and he's getting his little pup cup because he likes his pup cups.
I wonder why he gained weight. It's weird.
He's a healthy weight. I would never have a dog that was fat, and you know that. You know that for a fact.
Ninja was chunky.
Ninja was not chunky.
Ninja was chunky.
Ninja was not at all chunky. He was severely arthritic, and he was on gabapentin, which makes him swollen.
Chunky.
Gabapentin does that to you, Paul.
It does not do that to me because I'm not on it. All right.
It does it to patients that are on it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Anyways.
Miss defensive.
You called my dog fat. My dog is not fat. I have a certification in veterinary nutritional counseling, and having a fat animal is like a thing. Okay? Don't make that faces at me. Anyways, what I was trying to say about the dog is I have to buckle the seat so that it doesn't go off with the alarm. And he kept falling off. And then what I noticed today is he got in the car, and when he was fine, I put the window down. When we started driving and the car started like having some motion, he got up, went behind the seatbelt, tucked himself in, and then leaned against the seat. And that's where he rode.
And he looked really nervous. Like, really nervous.
But he didn't fall off the seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is the...
That's a red arrow. So those that are watching at home, a quick catch up. Christina historically has not had the greatest luck driving. And most of it self-inflicted because she tends to speed a lot.
Do not speed a lot.
Okay, so 90, going an average of 95 down a highway.
No,
probably,
I have not done that. I have not done that for years.
Okay, all right. And every car that she's had that has a stick in it, she's wrecked. For whatever reason. Just bad luck, possibly.
Well, the first one I was learning how to drive, and so I didn't understand the brake and the clutch, and I drove it into the side of a building. And that was like a learning experience. Because I didn't know what there were so many pedals, and it was really confusing. Okay? And I was a teenager, and honestly, I had my driving experience was all of 6 months. So I was a fan of public transportation.
I don't know how you got that close to a building, but okay, we're good.
We were in a parking lot.
So anyhow, she is possibly a little distracted when she drives. Although, to be fair, not as bad as you let on to be. However, she has gotten lost going to her own house.
I wasn't even driving that time.
I know, but you couldn't tell me where it was.
I know. I was really nervous. I really liked you.
Yeah. So anyhow,
you told me I should take medication.
As many talents and skills and as brilliant as Christina is, driving and navigation are 2 of her strong points, and that's okay. That's all right. We all have our weaknesses, and if those are her weaknesses, that's absolutely fine. Parking is also one of her weaknesses, but that's okay. I think she's used to high-tech cars.
Used to high-tech cars. I'm not a bad parker. I park a little to the left, you say.
I will show you a picture.
You took a picture?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't misreading it.
Are you serious?
I totally am serious. So
I can't believe you took a picture.
I can't believe you can't believe I took a picture.
Why would you?
Well, we both know right now that I can't necessarily see all that well. And I'm like, I feel like we're really far over here. I'm like, I can't really see full detail from side to side, so I'm like, well, I just need to take a picture then so I can zoom in on it.
I do just want to point out, by the way, that William will get out of the car sometimes and say, Mama, are you sure this is okay? And then he will guide me on, on how to straighten that.
It's an interesting technique that Christina has where she is extremely careful when pulling into driveways and parking spots, which is kind of interesting because we can go 95 miles, well, not 95, but very fast turning into the parking lot. And then once we get to the parking spot, we get really, really slow. And maybe that's due to previous experiences. I'm not really sure. I think he just got knocked through the door.
I knocked him through the door.
Oh, and he opened it. Nice.
I don't know. I've had some. Honestly, like most of my car accidents have come because I was parked in traffic. Like, you know how you're completely stopped in traffic? I've been rear-ended twice like that.
Oh, yeah. That's what you get. Cute little butt.
You gotta stop! If the person in front of you is stopped, you're supposed to stop. I can't help it if the person behind me doesn't stop when they see that I'm stopped.
Pretty sure you went all defense without even listening to what I said.
You said something about my butt.
I did. I said that's what you get, cute little butt. And you went full defensive mode. Full defense. Anyhow. Not her strong points, and that's okay. She's got many others.
Yeah. But your point in this was to say that even the dog has realized this and developed coping mechanisms for being in the car with me.
We can wander in our lane sometimes. Yeah, it can be. Sometimes it seems like things surprise her that I can see even, which is disconcerting. And there is this weird tendency to, whenever you get into a parking spot, then turn the wheels to the last minute to the left. Always. So that you're angled in a parking spot. It's so interesting because I'm like, I don't know how that habit starts. But it's interesting. Some people just lean to the left. I mean, I know how that goes. Yeah. Oh, give me your energy. That's right.
So, did I ever tell you about taking my first driving test?
No.
So I didn't learn to drive. I never took driver's ed. I didn't learn to drive till I was 19.
Oh, okay.
Because we had public transportation. And I just took the
you
bus everywhere.
You didn't when you were in Maine.
Right. So I didn't learn to drive till like right before I moved.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I got my license. I took the first test I took was right before my 19th birthday when I was 18. I take it back, but I failed it. And I failed it because I kept running onto the grass on my 3-point turn. The guy let me try it twice. And
did you test in Florida or did you test in Maine? Oh, you tested
Florida.
in Florida. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, everything was in Florida.
Yeah, just put together what you'd said.
Yep. And I remember hating 3-point turns and parallel parking so much and swearing that if I ever had to drive, I was going to make sure to find places where I didn't have to do them. So, anyways, needless to say, oh, there's a cave. What's in this cave? I did pass. And the other thing is to remember, the car that I took my driving test in, so I had never taken driver's ed, and I had never driven the car I tested with.
That's a difficult setup.
Yeah. So, my dad let me borrow. He had a Chrysler Cirrus, which was the fanciest car I'd ever been in at the time.
Yeah.
Which tells you probably a little bit about my life. But that car was his baby,
but
and
now
for whatever reason,
you've been in much fancier cars since.
Oh, I've been in a Mercedes 300D.
Yeah, you got the D right.
Oh yeah.
What are we doing here again? I hear a Wilbur.
4 clues: do not attack patrols, do not attack foremen.
Oh, okay. Um, so should we
So
not have been?
infantry, I think, are fair game.
Okay.
And I gotta turn my
Sound up.
guys off.
Oh, okay.
I should turn my sound up. I tried turning my sound up already. Oh, you got this book already.
Yes, I did.
Um,
Okay, so this one goes this way. I'm just gonna run through it then.
but yeah, so it took me a while. So I failed that first test, decided that driving was harder than I thought it was, and I should actually practice. And I had a friend teach me how to drive their Cadillac because everybody has donks back there because it's Florida. So you either got a lack or a donk. That's what you drive.
See, not everybody has donks. Certain areas of Florida, certain areas of Miami have donks, but not everybody has donks.
That's true. That is a more astute observation.
All right, I got that one from in here.
I'm locked in a battle with someone who won't leave me alone.
I just ran away.
I have a persistent pursuer.
Oh, I found myself back in the same room. I'm coming towards you.
Oh, it's okay. I'm almost done. Where I'm just trying not to attract the attention of anybody else.
Gotcha. I'm just running through stuff.
Yeah. So you go ahead and run through. And once this guy, I just wouldn't. He saw through my stealth, and then wouldn't leave me alone.
Gotcha.
So I think you were this way, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. So you were saying you took it. You failed the first time. Then you
Yeah, I
learned
failed
how to drive in a Cadillac.
in a much
after
bigger,
that.
in a much bigger, heavier, meatier vehicle, and then passed it the second time because
Gotcha.
because all my practice was in this giant car, and when I took it again, I took it in a small car,
I see.
and it felt like it was just like super easy when I did it that way.
I took my test in
And
a 1973 Ford LTD, which was about 35 feet long.
yeah, but hadn't you been driving some form of engine between tractors and everything else since you were like 14 or more?
No. I didn't do any of that until I was 18. I didn't drive my first stick shift until I was 18. And I learned how to drive my stick shift by getting into a combine that weighed. You got somebody out in here.
Yeah, but
I got it. Yeah, I see it. Let's get out of here.
we're not supposed to fight him, remember?
I'm out. So no, the first time I actually drove a stick was I got into a 20-ton combine that I couldn't see anything behind me on. And it had 16 forward speeds and 8 reverse speeds in a high and low range. So it had 2 sticks. And I looked at whoa, there's a tank. I looked at the shift pattern and I thought, okay, well, we'll just pick one of these. Pulled out of the parking lot, pulled around the corner, pulled up a hill, and then there was a car behind me on a hill. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go exactly 5 minutes before I get my first accident because I can't stop 20 tons from rolling back downhill.
Oh, goodness.
And then we drove for almost 10 hours on the highways, 17 combines altogether, all the way from where I grew up to almost the Illinois border. And that was my intro. And then my sister had a 1980 something Pontiac Firebird, Sunbird, and had a 4-speed in it, and she wanted to take me out driving like the year after or the fall after, and we went out and I drove it and I didn't have any problems with it. Didn't stall it, anything. And she was very disappointed in the fact that I drove this vehicle.
That you didn't stall it out.
I didn't kill the car. I'm like, you realize this is, I learned how to drive on something with 16 speeds. That weighs a lot more. So, all right, mission.
Yeah. See, very different experiences for us because after I failed my driving test and then did all my driving practice and then got my license, my stepdad gave me a car. And it was like
That's
What
the end
was
of the
it?
mission contacts for me. Is that for you too?
Yes. Um,
All right.
well, it was like a little, what kind of car was that?
I do
It was
not
a
know.
Chevy something. But it was like, like the how in the 90s everything was square.
Briefly.
Very,
The,
very like
the
blocky bodied.
the 80s were more that. Are you talking like the K cars from Chrysler?
Yes.
Because they
Yes.
had that in all the citations and things and Cavaliers for GM.
Yeah, so it was this little two-door that had a bench back seat and the whole thing was super square and it was like this vanilla yellow color. And my stepdad gave this to me
That
as
sounds
my
that sounds like a late 80s car, not an early 90s. 90s everything
it
went
prob well,
bubbler.
that probably makes sense because I'm sure he got it like for like $200.
Mm-hmm.
And this would have been like 2000, 1999, 2000. Um, so that was my first ever car. Not as momentous as you with your first car, which you still have. But
I don't see any of the
that
contacts in the zone other than the ones we already have.
I don't see any either, and I'm four bubbles away from 40,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Do you have Weston Phillips or Weston Phipps for Granville as a contact?
Weston Phipps. I do not. But I can talk to him.
Oh, I mean, do you have it as an option that you can teleport to?
Let me see.
I haven't talked to him yet either.
I do not. I have Bass Croupier.
All right, I have him. Do you have missions for him?
No, I've never. He's an option, but I've never talked to him before.
Contact mission. All right, let's go to St. Marshall. I'm sorry, you were saying.
Oh, it's okay. So I had that car for all of 4 or 5 months before my stepdad got mad at me one day and took it away.
And
And
you don't remember what it was?
no, the whole experience was unpleasant.
Yeah.
It was one of those some gifts are given with ties that you are not aware of.
Oh, those aren't gifts.
Right. And when the person who gives them is a raging alcoholic, the time you get called for the favor depends on how sober they are.
Do you have any missions for Bass? Because he's a dead contact to me. We can run through yours though.
I have defeat Sioux racketeers.
Okay, let's pick that up.
Okay.
So I was watching a clip of classic Top Gear a little bit earlier today,
Hmm.
and they were sitting. It was him, James May, and Jeremy were riding in an old Saab, talking
Hmm.
about their history with cars. And James says this is the same model car that I had with my first car accident. I was dating this girl, and this was her dad's car. He was, believe it or not, an architect, and he was saying the color of it and the color of the interior for it, and how
Hmm.
he loved driving it. And he was driving it, and he got to an intersection, and got T-boned, and
Oh.
wrecked the car. And so Jeremy says, "Oh, so what was the name of the girl?" And he goes, he goes, "So you remembered all the details about the car, the color of the interior, all the options it has, but you cannot remember the girl's name."
Huh. Yeah, that's funny. I could tell you what color it was. I could tell you it was one of the ones, how they used to shift on the column?
As an a manual shifter or as an
No,
automatic?
as an automatic, where like you had to like,
That's funny. A lot of vehicles still do that, by the way.
do they really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah. This whole column shift is being so cool thing, or the center console shift being unique. Now everybody has it,
Yeah.
so it's not unique anymore. No, there's a lot of them, especially like a lot of trucks.
Still column shift.
Right.
It makes sense. It opens up space on the bench.
Right. You can
Like
actually
to,
fit 3 people in there.
Yeah. I honestly hate the dial shifter because I have the dial in my car.
That dial's stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. Hey, Zach.
I agree.
Zach, how's your dog?
Dog's fine. I'm $500 poorer, but that's to be
Oof.
expected. So they were able to, after the X-ray and everything, he's empty for the most part. He's got gas, but they didn't see anything in there. So it's under their they're under the impression that based off of that he had no tenderness and that he was acting normal, like he wasn't acting lethargic at all. That it was more likely just like a GI infection.
Gastroenteritis, yeah.
So they gave him an injection for nausea, and then we're going to start him on a medication with a bland diet in the morning.
Yeah, so they did like Serenia, probably injectable.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep. Yeah, Serenia injectable. They often will do. You can do famotidine injectable a lot of times if they're puking up bile and it seems like their stomach's acidy. Just calms down the acid pump.
Right.
Yeah.
But thanks for talking me through with that anyway.
Well, of course. That's, you kind of wound up with your best case scenario. So
yeah.
Well, Christina knows a lot about feeding dogs. Definitely not fat dogs, though. Do not ever say Christina had a fat dog. Ever. Even though Ninja was chunky.
Ninja was not chunky. There was a point in time where he was kind of chunky, but that was in his youth when he was very much into trash and cat food. It was not because of what he was getting fed. It was because of what he was finding elsewhere.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you about that? How he would go into where he found he would find unopened cat food cans and chew them open on my bed, and my bed would be covered in vomit and blood from his mouth getting all torn up and cat food. It was just awful. Also, Zach, that's why I know all the differentials for your dog today, is that I had a chronic offender.
I figured between that and your veterinary experience that you would remember that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, I did a lot of am I going to bring him in or am I going to do this at home? And I would buy peroxide by the gallon because you can induce vomiting with peroxide.
Plus, you can also tickle the back of their throat. I'm totally kidding.
I was gonna say, it's not the safest option with a dog. I mean,
it cracks me up.
Anywho, how are you guys doing?
Well, we're fighting less.
Yeah. Yesterday there was a bit of a I don't want to call it. Well.
Yeah. Be very curious to see how she paints this.
It's because I left, isn't it?
No.
It could be.
I executed some poor gamesmanship on my part because we were starting what could have been a parallel mission arc that I was only 1 or 2 ahead of, and we were running my missions, and instead of waiting or I didn't inform the other member of my party that they were only 1 behind me and that we could have both gotten experience if I just waited for 1 mission.
In fact, she went to the next mission and parked inside of it, so I couldn't even pick mine.
But now you know in the future.
I'm like, I think of all the times I've actually created characters. This is a level with you. And you couldn't wait the 1 mission. Couldn't wait the 1.
Yeah. The part that I think galled him a little bit, Zach, was that he was just like, "Oh, well, hold on, I'm stuck in this," and I'm like, "Yeah, you just gotta go talk to all these people, and it'll be fine. I'm gonna go do some stuff."
It's the mission before the one she was on. She goes, "Oh, well, you just had to talk to 10 people, and since you're doing that, I'm gonna go to use the bathroom." I'm like, "Wait a minute, How do you know that that's the mission? And if so, why didn't you wait for me to begin with? No, didn't wait. It's like, no, we're going to keep going. We're just going to keep going. Just take all my missions so we can do them again as many times as we need to. Somehow I managed to only get like several of these guys.
Let me see if I can get anybody else.
No, that's all right. And you know, it was one of those things where I would have even said, you know, it happens if you're not used to it. But I saw her face. I'm like, holy crap, she knows. She knows. She made a choice. All right, I need to... There we go. Getting pretty tired of that frickin' sorcerer.
I hit him with Char.
That's good.
Because if I hit him with Char, he can't...
I killed him. Like he's Scottish.
So, Zach, anyways, this incident which occurred soured conversation, and somebody wore a very particular expression for the next 30 minutes of gameplay.
I get that.
So
My wife and
My wife.
My wife. No, there have been times where we played games, and there have been times where the table has been flipped in, like with a board game or something like that. It's like, whoa, it's just a game. Calm down.
That sounds like Christina in any game.
it's not any game.
Just some games.
Just some games.
Christina has this competition thing.
You know, what I think you would be appalled by is, you know how you were talking about the kids and cheating?
Oh God.
You should see all of us play air hockey together.
Oh my God. The cheating.
Because they keep trying to cheat, and I just play hard.
You think so? I've played air hockey with you. I know how seriously you take it. It's a life and death struggle.
Yeah.
So you didn't know the backstory on this. When Christina and the kids were here, we went to Action City, which is it's like a trampoline park and
yeah, I think they have something like that over here.
Yeah, indoor action, indoor games, and
theirs is bigger than ours, Zach. They have like go-karts,
and
zip lines, mini golf, trampoline park, arcade. It's like all in one.
Yeah. And there's a water park in the building too, I guess, an indoor water park. But yeah, one of the things we did was we ended up going and playing mini golf, and the rampant cheating. I mean, it was just shocking. How the kids, oh my God, 7 shots. I watched. I'm like, there's 7 shots. Okay, what shot are you on? 2? I'm like, I just saw you take 8 shots. Well, those were practices. I'm like, all right.
Because they sit there and they tap it in. Like
oh, those weren't even taps for Olivia. Olivia did not tap them in. She was tapping them back and forth on the green, missing the hole over and over again. And part of the problem is, of course, we made the mistake of letting them go first. We really should have gone first on all the holes, because they would just race forward, and then they would just do whatever they wanted on the hole. So we would get to the hole finally, and they would be done with it. And they say a 2. I'm like, really? 2.
We've been watching them, and it was it was not. But then, what wound up happening is they started arguing at each other. That was not what you said it was.
I don't know.
But each of them would lie. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But each of them would lie, and the other one would try to call them out on it, but they were both lying anyways, so it didn't really matter that they were calling each other out. It just increased the animosity.
My goodness, this guy's a pain in the butt.
Is it the Herald? Because that's who just killed me.
Yeah, I've been terrorized for a coon's age. I can't heal. There we go.
I just had the thought that I don't know how long raccoons live.
Until they're hit by a car, usually.
They have to have an average median lifespan.
Yeah. I would guess very few of them live to old age. They are not fast-moving vehicles, and they tend to cross roads in the dark at inopportune times, busy roads.
I would say one of the most incredible experiences of my life, and this is such a Florida thing, so you guys are going to judge me, is we went to
I won't be
KFC.
judging. Yeah.
We went to KFC at closing and got like 5 buckets of chicken half price. And we went out in the woods.
Why is it that almost all of your stories involve food?
She's
We went
very
out.
food motivated.
We went out in the woods by the swamp,
I don't think I want to hear any of this.
and we wound. There was a raccoon colony. Someone had been dumping bags of cat food, and so we brought fried chicken to a cat food site. And holy Jesus, I have never seen so many raccoons come out in my entire life. There must have been 80 of them that all came out, like, just fighting over chicken. It was almost scary, but also, like, fascinating. When we fed the gators raw chicken. They liked it better, but the raccoons preferred cooked stuff.
Could you just feed the alligators raccoons?
Yeah, but then, like, what's the point of teaching the raccoons to eat from your hands if you're just going to feed them to the gators? You have to keep
What's the
training
point
them.
of teaching raccoons to eat from your hand anyhow?
So you can feed the gators eat from your hands.
No, you don't feed the gators from your hands. You
Well,
wind up
do
like
if you work for one of the
Chubbs.
parks in Florida.
No, you wind up like Chubbs McGee if you do that.
He was playing golf. He was not trying to feed one of them.
Same difference.
Or Amos Moses.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you pick the mission. I'm going to get some coffee.
Wait, what am I picking the? Oh,
Well, we're running
that's
your
right.
arc, so I.
No. I know. Because I was talking to somebody.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. That was a chair, by the way.
Well, Zach, hopefully he feels better. What did they tell you to do for bland diet? Did they tell you to do chicken and rice or chicken and egg?
Yeah, chicken and rice.
It's usually chicken and rice or chicken and egg that they'll tell you to do. Either one works fine. Egg is one of the most digestible proteins for them.
I might do egg then, only because I have chicken I can thaw out and cook, but I have eggs readily available, so.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where is this contact? Damn. But yeah, it's really just bland and low fat. That's the big thing. It's, trying to keep it as low fat as possible, but easily digestible. They send you home with metronidazole too for the diarrhea.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it'll either say metronidazole or it'll say what's the other name for it? Because of an S. This is where my brain can't translate the name between generics and brand names.
Okay. Nobody's life depends on it.
Yeah. Flagyl. Flagyl is the prescription name for metronidazole. Sorry.
I don't think I've ever really hung out in this zone all that much. I didn't realize it was so on fire. Exploded?
Which zone?
St. Marshall.
St. Marshall. The casino zone.
But there's sections of it are just like this. The southeast are just burnt up.
Isn't that? I want to say that has something to do with the Shiva, but I could be wrong.
I got nothing. Could be. you guys? Whalers.
We're whalers on the moon.
I think the AC kicked in. Time to turn the fan off so it stops blowing on the microphone.
So Zach, when I was there with the kids, I put the kids had been outside playing in the rain, and I put their shoes in the dryer and broke Paul's dryer.
Oh no!
Alrighty.
Darling, were you able to get the dryer running?
No, it's currently sitting out in the living room. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
It is my fault.
It's not your fault. The skipping out on missions thing, totally your fault. The dryer failing, not your fault. The brakes cheering themselves up when you were driving, also not your fault. These are wear items. These are wear items.
Yeah, although one could say the brake situation is exacerbated by driving style.
Yeah, I mean we may have been able to get by with the pads, but yeah, it just if we'd have had more time, I would have just had them resurfaced. But just because I like to have somebody who does that sort of work make some money off of it. Bing, 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 bing. Ooh. It's all raspberry-ish.
What is?
Oh,
the
Russian
coffee?
coffee, yeah.
Did you put what'd you put in? Amaretto or?
No, Drambuie.
Oh. Fancy.
You know. You know me and food and drink.
I do still feel bad that Liv was just like, wow, look at all the juice. And I'm like, you can't drink that. Because it's just like 8 bottles of mead in your refrigerator.
God, if there's only 8, that would be perfect. There's so much mead. I think I have some regret doing it. I think I should have done a smaller batch to start with. It's so strong.
Yeah.
Is it good though, or just strong?
I like it, but if you have a
It's
glass
way
of it,
too harsh for me.
if you have a glass of it, it's almost like a distilled alcohol.
It's like Bacardi 151, Zach.
Oh dang!
And it hits you just as hard.
But with like a weird fermented fruity kind of flavor.
Yeah. I think I'd have gone more with the Sizer base as opposed to the mead. Okay, we gotta beat somebody.
Archon Decker.
All right, this is a dead end. Well, they're always to the south, so these random maps are never all that random. It's probably going to be in that gigantic big room with like 3 levels and the pools of water, which I absolutely hate. I'm so sure it's to the south. I'm just going to keep on going south. I didn't even turn right.
Oh, Zach. So I sent you the video of Charlie using the seatbelt on his own today, I think, right?
I don't think you did.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's right. I sent you that joke about, about ruling 1 on the...
Oh, yes, during the
the
kinky roleplay.
Yes. Oh, that was hilarious. So, Paul, there's this comic that's like all nerd humor, right? And so it's this couple in bed, and she says, okay, you ready for some roleplay? And he's like, you betcha. And so then she rolls a 20-sided die, and it comes up a 1. And he's like, I don't want it. I don't. And she puts her retainer on. And she's like, no, you agreed to this. And I was like, oh my god, this is why I never want to play a role-playing game. I would have like the worst rolls every single time.
Use that to cheat.
You can't cheat on a 20-sided die.
You can't cheat in mini golf either. Or air hockey. But if you gotta win, you gotta win.
You can cheat in anything you put your heart to.
That's right.
I just want to be clear, part of this air hockey discussion, I don't cheat in air hockey. I play very hard, but do not cheat.
Uh-huh.
You think I was cheating?
No, I'm sure you weren't cheating.
There's no fair competition when you cheat. You don't have the thrill of like smiting your enemy if you know you did it like through a side method that they couldn't counteract. Then there's not the challenge there, and you don't have the satisfaction that comes from true smiting.
So can't you just picture Conan making the same speech? To conquer the enemy, to drive their women before us, to kill their cattle, to hear the lamentations of the women.
All right, Conan, calm down.
And this is her playing air hockey.
I'm just saying, there's no true victory when it's not done honestly.
It's a cultural thing because I have friends who teach and in universities and everything, and they can tell you stories about the number of students that they have from China who will go through any lengths to cheat, and it's because for them it's a cultural thing of it's seen as acceptable to succeed no matter what the cost or whatever the cost is. It's not seen as being unfair or anything like that. They just see it as I succeeded.
And if the system allows it, then that's a poorly run system.
Yep.
It's interesting.
And then your economy falls apart because you're.
Oh, they're in major problems right now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that their bubble was so huge. I mean, we thought that we had problems regarding debt. Oh my goodness, their debt is just...
Yeah, we didn't have to get tanks involved with ours, at least.
Yeah, the debt that they had accumulated, especially in regards to unrealized real estate. It's unbelievable, really. Dang it. I knew it was going to be this stupid room. I hate this room. I hate it so much. I hate you guys.
But Zach, I will send you that video because Charlie has decided to use the seatbelt himself so that he stops falling off the seat because of my driving.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. Oh my god. The knockback. It's my fault. Just gonna stand here. Every time I attack, he gets knocked back. I'm just gonna hang out here.
Muerto.
Beep, beep,
Too
beep.
tight.
Yeah, I don't know. I logged in again tonight to my own channel, and I saw there's another ad popping up. I'm thinking, I still don't know about this whole monetization thing. What are those things over? Oh, that's development.
Oh yeah, congratulations about that.
Oh, was
Wow.
there a commercial playing again when you logged in?
Yeah. To my own. So I guess I'm giving myself money. I don't really know. by logging in.
Ooh. Okay, I don't want to jinx myself, but we're halfway through, and I have not. Oh wait, no, yes, I did die. Never mind. I lied. I was just like, I have not died yet this game, but
Yeah, we've only gone 2 missions without your pets.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Womp 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 womp.
she had grown earlier. I remember my pets, and you didn't have to say anything to me about it.
That was earlier. That's not now.
Yeah.
These are different times now.
All right.
These are different times now.
This is a whole different reality now. Yeah, I almost thought, wow, with you knocking the thing back over and over again, it'd be really great if you had pets that chase that down for you. But we'll baby step our way to this. Like
you still keep coming back to play with me every time.
I would rather play with nobody else.
Oh, okay, well.
Other than Zach.
Yeah, it's all good.
And some other people. I mean, we've established our style here. Whereas if we are unaided,
dying isn't a finale; it's a way of life.
if we are unaided, things are going to go horribly wrong at some point.
Well, I mean, as a matter of principle, for the name of the channel,
yeah,
I do keep things consistently sucking.
I just watched you run down the hallway. Did you know how many times you zigzagged back and forth before you actually got to the end of it?
What? What are you talking about?
I'm watching it in the feed. So I watched you go down because the enemies are straight ahead, right?
Yeah.
And you zigzag like 5 times to get down to the end of the hallway. It was hilarious. It's like
really?
kind of the way that you walk. Although, when we were in the Mall of the Americas, you did a pretty good job leading me around.
Well, I can't wander when I have to be responsible for someone.
I hear something. Oh, here we go. I can't believe you haven't named your imps yet.
Larry, Curly, and Moe.
No, Paul's got that for one of his characters already.
There's more than one Larry in the world. This was it? We had one room?
Yep.
That was amazing. That was an amazing, amazing room that was. Oh. Well, I think something just happened because the stream boss just popped up. I did not see what happened. Let's take a look, shall we? Yeah, I gotta reboot old paint here at some point. So what's the working theory, Zach? Is it that your pup ate something, or is it?
They weren't able to find anything. I don't know. They didn't really have a conjecture for that. So,
Did they have any elevated lab values for lipase, AST, ALT?
no, they said it was a little bit on the higher end, but it wasn't like it was high, but it wasn't to the point where, or I'm sorry, it was elevated, but not to the point where it was concerning. So yeah, I mean, they were like, we can keep him, and
For monitoring. Yeah, but they're just going to charge you hospitalization.
Right, and so they were saying what I would do, honestly, what I would do, and I would do this if it was my own dog, is I would give them this injection and then start the bland diet, and if they threw up again, if they threw up again after starting the bland diet, then I would see about bringing them back in. But after
Yeah.
letting their stomach settle and everything, that's so.
And honestly, that's like the true conservative approach for weekend care, because I would still follow up with your regular vet
That's right. It's a long
and
weekend.
do that on Tuesday, because see if you can manage him palliatively for now, and be able to follow up that way. It'll just be so much less expensive for you. So, but I'm surprised they didn't tell you to like briefly fast him, because usually that's what they'll.
Well, so
They'll start with.
what we said is because they were like wait a few hours and then start. You can feed him, and we asked, well, he's past his bedtime. Would it be okay if we just put him to bed and started it in the morning? They're like, oh yeah, well sometimes people will like do a period of fasting, so that's fine. But they did say that since the stomach was empty, but
that he's got motility. Things are moving through. They're just moving through at a rate that's a little too fast. And whatever it is has irritated him if he's having black stools. The big concern is if the black stools continue, that he's got some sort of upper GI bleed, because that would make sense that you're seeing.
Did you run off for a reason?
Right.
I'm in the mission, aren't I?
Yeah, but you just ran like off through like a whole hallway full of things. And then now you're running back through them?
I'm back to you now.
Right, but look where your pets are.
Oh no.
So.
Well, why did they all die?
Because you probably can't see anything right now because you're blinded.
Bastards.
Do you have any yellows on you?
Yes, I just used it. I can see them now.
All right. I won't get into the fact that you ran off while I was still fighting something. We'll even talk about that.
I didn't know you were fighting anything. It looked like it was all empty.
It was me spinning around, slashing at stuff.
I didn't hit the insights button to, like, inspiration to see that there was something there. I'm sorry.
You think I'll just stand in there?
In her defense, Paul, she was blind.
Yeah, but she can still see me. And I'm standing there jumping around, fighting, swinging stuff. Things are going...
And it's kind of worse that he's doing all that and like, he's actually kind of blind, and here I am. Just.
I mean, mechanically, you can only see people who are teammates if you're blind. So if she thinks you're the enemy,
at least she didn't attack me. It's true. These guys are awfully good for me, by the way. These Moo Guardians.
Yeah.
Almost too easy. Like the only character I've ever played that actually can say that.
You don't have a big side hole for them.
Is this your raccoon character?
Yeah, I have electric armor, so all of the Moo stuff, it's I don't even notice it.
The freaks too, right? It helps with the freaks.
Yeah, freaks are kind of a mixture of that and smashing lethal.
I should probably see about moving the characters over. I'm gonna do that right now, real quick.
My chest is on fire.
Giggity.
Absolute fire.
It's definitely hot. Have you found that it's anything to do at all with any food? What do I have a badge for?
It's when I chug too much water. Which I'm, as you said, why do you keep complaining that you're peeing when you're drinking so much?
I drink like 8 gallons of water. I'm like, I can't believe I have to pee again. I'm like, really? Have you not been paying attention to anything you've been doing?
It's it's one of those things where the act of drinking is so if you're used to how often you do it, it's not one of those things you think about. So it's like, God, why am I peeing so much? She says while drinking water at the same time. Like think of it like if you know the episode of Futurama with Fry and Slurm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm done with this. Oh, disgusting. I'll never drink this again.
Yeah, it opens another one.
Yeah.
Right, you're literally drinking it right now.
This one is dissolving my teeth. Yeah. Oh, goodness. I swore I heard something around here going wubba wubba wubba, like over here.
Guess I'll move over a few of my characters.
I do hear
my
it.
other tank.
Where the hell is it?
I don't know where you went.
It's got to be upstairs.
Find proof against Winkler.
Could you come to where I am?
I can't.
You can't. Oh, you can't hear anything anyhow. Never mind.
Oh, were you gonna ask if I could hear anything? Will they?
Yeah, it's got to be like right above us, maybe.
I can see it.
Oh,
It's right here.
And there's a freaking dude here.
Got it.
But you know, I'm fighting. But thank you for getting that while I was fighting.
Oh, well, why'd you go up to fight? We didn't have to. I got it from below.
Well, I thought it was up here.
Nah. Well, it was up there, but like the edge of it was underneath of the platform. So you could access it without having to come up and fight.
Why did I go up then? I can't think of a reason why I went up. I can't think of a reason. All right. Find proof again. Okay. Well, I didn't see anything in this big room up this way at all.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I really can't see much of anything anyhow. So I'm going to guess that we go back down, go down the hallway, and maybe there's more down here. There's nothing down here. Oh, okay. Must be
There's
this
lots
way.
of people to kill in here.
I think, and I can't prove this, but I'll have to look at the numbers at some point. I think you do more damage on Savage Sleep the further you get away.
That's correct. Remember I told you I could never figure out how to jump, and that's why I hated that power and wished I had never taken it. Because you get more the further your range is. And if you can't figure out how to frickin' jump, unless you're standing next to someone and you hit the jump button, granted, is some of that my fault? Of course it is. You know, learn how to jump.
I can do it.
Okay. I will give you $5 if you can guess what show my imps are named after.
I'm not even going to say the word on the
Oh
stream.
no! I'm sorry.
I'm not even going to say it. Nope. Not worth the $5.
Why? Such a good show.
It is not a good show.
It is like the best show.
It is not. It's not a good show.
It's the show that, like, if I'm hanging out doing nothing and I want to waste a whole day, I will watch 10, 12 hours of that show.
Oh my god.
Yep. True story.
I need to rethink this.
I had to rename Dr. Saguaro because someone already had that name on this server.
Dang it.
That's alright, I renamed him to Professor Saguaro.
He's most likely a doctor. I'm so guarrowing. Also, I don't actually see any pets, but I'm sure that when you had them, they were very well named. I hear something again. Ah, there it is.
So you were criticizing my show decision without even looking at the names of the pets
I
to
didn't
know what
have
show
to.
it was?
I did not have to.
Why did you not have to?
I already know what it is.
What is it?
I'm not going to say the word out loud.
What letter does it begin with?
even know. But
Yeah.
it's set in San Francisco. It has 3 sisters. One of which was Shannon Doherty before she got fired.
Okay. Yeah. We don't talk about the Rose McGowan era.
Oh, we do. We do. I'm gonna freshen my coffee. If you're stealth, maybe you can see if there's another one hanging around here somewhere. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, he got me that he doesn't know which one it is. But it is, I just maintain that it is an excellent show for like early 2000s nostalgia. Sometimes you just gotta, enjoy things.
Yeah.
I would also say Psych. Psych is another great show. Love Psych. Go around and try not to die. Try not to die. The elevator.
It's a C word.
It is a C word, yes. But not the next Tuesday kind.
And the problem is, it wasn't even consistent to itself. Their powers changed from like year to year, and some of them were the stupidest powers you could possibly imagine. No, it's just, and the white lighter, dark lighter thing, freaking idiotic.
So, but you know what I want to say in all of this? Obviously, your depth of knowledge means you actually watch quite a bit of the show.
No. I watched enough of it.
But what do you consider enough?
Enough to know I wouldn't even name the name out loud.
So I got talking over here, finally. And is there something flashing? Yes, I got the next flashy. But the room's full of baddies. And not like the kind in skanky outfits.
I don't even get that reference. Help me out with that.
Oh my god. So Olivia and her friends are all like, we're baddies. And baddies are like Instagram baddies, which are girls who pretend they have money and wear like skanky ass outfits or like little like fitspos. Fitness yeah, I don't know what it is. It's basically girls who like are constantly wearing just like yoga pants or shorts and like little sports bras and stuff. Anyway, she thinks she's an Instagram baddie. So for a while, like she and Ari would take makeup and make baddie tattoos on themselves. Yeah. Yeah, it was great. All right. Oh yeah, are you sneaking your way over, or are you fighting your way through?
I don't have the ability to sneak.
Oh, so you've got to battle it. All right, I'm coming to get you.
Hold on.
What level are you guys now?
I think we both hit. Well, I'm 40 and think Christina's 39 and probably pretty close to 40.
39 minus 2, and just I need 2 more bubbles.
Yeah.
So of like 90 shows that I will watch to infinity, Scrubs. I'll watch Scrubs anytime it's on. Psych.
No.
I would watch Psych.
It depends on what season. Scrubs jumped the shark at about season 6.
That's a valid point. You could say the same about The Office at a certain point too.
I've never watched The Office, like show to show.
The Office had a good run at first, and then just...
There's just too much in there that bothers me. Like, who was actually making this documentary and for what point?
Oh, for years and years. Yeah. I get you.
I hear more things going on, Wubba. Why do I... Oh, there's another one here. However, the IT crowd I will watch, but it's not usually just on.
Never seen it.
I think you'd like it. I have to say that I personally prefer Monk over Psych.
I like both. I've watched a lot of Monk, just because I love his like little OCD micro tendencies.
Yep.
It amuses me.
You know, Tony Shalhoub went to USM in Gorham.
Really?
Yep. I didn't know that either until there was a woman I was quote unquote dating who was like, "Oh yeah, Tony Shalhoub is coming to my campus." I was like, "What? Why?" And then yeah,
How does that work, Zach?
the quote unquote dating.
Yeah.
If I've done that too. I understand that stage.
Let's just say that there is a point in my life where I didn't want to eat the whole cake, but I just wanted to sample a slice.
Oh, that would... Yeah, okay. That would explain how Christine was also sort of not really dating a woman.
There was a period of time where I just was very disappointed in all of my male options.
We can actually get there from Ouroboros, I think.
No, I can understand that. I've heard that from a few people.
But strangely enough, there's not a gigantic lesbian population in Maine at all.
I know, with the amount of flannel, you'd be surprised.
I'm kidding.
It was not hard. It was not hard for me to find someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like I went to UNE. UNE is like there.
You don't need to say anymore.
Yeah. Yep. There were lots of flannels and Subarus. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it was funny because I was talking to Paul about my dating experience at the time, and I had done all these online dates, and had finally switched over. And he said to me, he says, "You know, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I feel like you're kind of a waste as a lesbian."
I wasn't wrong.
That's like both sweet and offensive.
Well, she's leaving out one crucial detail regarding why she's a waste as a lesbian, so we'll leave that off. It's something that Alex had dubbed you immediately after knowing about this.
Oh, because I don't like tacos?
She's an upper torso lesbian. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, it's one of those people who's thrilled with the idea of romance novels with mermaids, but then the moment you find out it's a reverse mermaid and you just
werewolf. Yeah, but I get your point.
The reverse mermaid.
Well, how does exactly
the head of a fish and the legs of a man.
How does this work exactly? Yeah.
Where am I going? Anyway. Yeah, it's it was something where when push came to shove, I was never a fan of that part. I was fine of the upper aesthetics, and they're kind of they're soft and pillowy, and they have their assets, but the rest I was kind of like and yeah. To which I was informed, you realize that if you're going in that direction, it's the whole package. You don't just get to pick a part.
I was gonna say, like, if I had a female friend who came up to me and was like, "So this guy that was interested in me said the exact same thing that you just said to me," I'd be like, "Wow, that's okay."
Yeah. So she's managed to kind of grow this. Speaking of covens, this kind of a virtual online coven with a bunch of people that I know. And some of them speak their mind rather quickly and easily, and she quickly got a nickname or moniker regarding this.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm the upper torso lesbian.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, there's now a whole day of the week devoted to me, which is kind of awesome. So I'm not, not going to complain about it.
I suppose not. You get to see some fun stuff. Yeah.
Does it still count as savage as the thing if you don't actually hit anybody when you do the leap?
What do you mean? I hit three things.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I hit the one in the middle, and then the area effect is big enough that I hit the two standing on the outside. I'll do it again. I'll show you. I'll show you. Mm-hmm. I'll show you.
And I should specify that it's not like the day was created for me. The day existed, and they just included me in it, which
all right. You see it?
Enjoyed.
See it? Right there? I hit all of them.
Oh, all the 120s. And then you had some 11s popping out of there.
Then I spinned. I spun. We'll have it spinned. Yeah, that's right. Well, it doesn't really pay for us to clear this, does it? We're just looking for what's-his-face. Oh, that guy's going to attack me. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna die over here somewhere. Or I won't die. I ran out of heals. I should probably do some combining here.
I sent you one.
Oh, they got pulled back over to me. I'll tell you though, when you're angry, you got a full little fury thing going, you hit pretty hard.
Me?
No, I do as a savage.
Oh, when you've got blood fury.
Yeah, plus the other anger.
And then you're exhausted once you let it all out.
Yeah.
Zach, is it letting you transfer all of them, or is it like I thought it was a cap on transfers per day?
You have 5.
Is it 5?
Yeah, you get 5 credits. Then it renews itself like every 2 days.
Yep. Yeah, I did 5, and then I had to rename 2 of them, but not a big deal.
Well, if you have anybody on, we're around for another hour yet. It's up to you. If your hand's good enough and you're alert enough.
Oh, my cat! I got my cat's off. That's fine now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, we're just running. I think we're running in St. Marshall. Or no, we're in Nerva right now.
Nerva Archipelago. Is that not the right way to say it?
Archipelago.
Archipelago.
She knows all the words.
Yeah, that's where you go to eat jalapenos.
I find it charming. Wow.
You find it charming because you know why I do it, but most people just probably think I'm an idiot.
No, you know all the words. You just have never actually spoken them. Alright, let me get done with this. These two guys. Oh, so much knockback. Alright.
Sorry.
You can't help it. I mean, you can, but you choose not to.
Yeah, I can hop on.
Alright. Wait. Okay. We have Skull of Nightmare on. Nightmare Skull. Why do I know that? Do I know that name? Must be somebody that did an invite. Oh, we also got a note on the YouTubes saying it was somebody's global handle, and I told them I'd look them up. And of course, I haven't done yet, but I will.
I saw Power Lad on again the other day, but he was in one of the raids.
Yeah.
Right, orange, white, yellow. Can I take this on myself? I think I can do this. I got Winkler here.
All right. Well,
So
I'll be there.
pop the imps.
Although I have to
Light them on fire.
fight my way there. So
Dominate everyone. Cinders.
if you have cinders, that'll help a great deal. And then just keep one of them charred. Although you might have enough recharge now to keep both of them charred. There we go.
Where are you at?
Let me invite you to a team here.
Purchase.
I got it. I'm on the.
Oh, you're better side? All right. We can wait.
I gotta come over. Yeah, but I'm I'm one of the neutral alignments. I just have to hop over.
Okay.
I have to go. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I made it 2 hours.
I'm not commenting.
I know,
You
but
don't
I
have,
am.
you don't have to
I'm
be
excited.
defensive. I mean,
That's
I'm not
no,
attacking you.
I'm not defensive. It's a long time
I'm
for
very,
me because
very
normally
proud
I
of you.
can't like, huh?
I'm very proud of you.
No. That's
What? Go pee. Go pee. Go.
no, because I have to lead him out.
Well, I'll lead him out. Now he's on me. Ambush. I always find it interesting that when they take them hostage, they keep them in a room somewhere, in the middle of nowhere with 2 people guarding them. They put them in cages. There's like cages all over the place that they could put them in. They never bother with that. Nah, we'll just.
I mean, they probably figure that the architecture is already such a hell that you're not going to be able to find them.
And they won't be able to find their way out.
Which is why someone has to help them in the first place.
Yeah. Well, Christine, you got to be getting pretty close to
I
40.
dinged.
Oh, did you? Okay. I was gonna say I'm like 6 bubbles in.
Okay, try inviting me now.
Give me 1 second. Just rolled myself into a combat here.
Although I'm actually getting some bag latency, so let me try relogging.
Okay. Mine apparently is all local. I'm having some issues with my computer being a little glitchy. All right. See you in a bit. So she named her imps after the Charmed cast. Yeah. Charmed.
Blech.
Bleh, bleh. I don't know. I guess I can't really comment. I have my own little things. I mean, she is religious into the Harry Potter world, and I'll be honest, I may be seeing 3 of the films ever of the whatever there are now 12.
I'm with you. I was never a fan of J.K. Rowling, so it's amusing to me to see that everybody hates her now because it's like, okay, guys, a little late for the party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I may not be able to play only because I'm doing an upload for some work stuff, but we'll see if my connection is.
Okay. All right. Looks like Christina's next mission's in St. Marshall. I think we can get there again through Ouroboros. And that's our first big yawn of the night. Oh, hey, you're on. Bonk. I sent it out. Oh, there you are. Is it the heat, or is it the indigestion, or is it the heartburn?
Right now?
Yeah.
No. Sometimes if I have if I have a full bladder, it'll give me Braxton Hicks. Contractions.
Mm.
Which is fine. This is why I pop them out so fast. It's all the preliminary exercises leading up to it.
Yeah. Just like when nature calls, Ace Ventura.
Yep, watching a rhino give birth is a wonderful thing.
No, where he's making himself really popular with the tribe, and there's the pregnant
Oh
woman,
yeah.
and she's laying on her back, and he basically pushes down on her stomach, and she shoots the baby out, and the guy across the room catches it, and he goes la 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 la. The umbilical cord's still on the baby. And they're all like congratulating him for the great job he just did. I swear I sent that clip to you, Christina.
Maybe. I don't know. It sounds a little traumatic, though.
Oh, no, it's not. It's totally not. All right. I need to combine those into one of those. Got several heals. I need to get rid of one of these.
That's your taglines. I am the anger of the earth.
Oh, we got a tanker. Nice. I might actually turn off some of my armors.
Find books and kidnap the bookie, it says.
We're both electric.
Mierda. I don't know what it is, but my dominate keeps not popping up as an option, and it makes me so sad. And I thought that the way that Duder slotted the set that he gave me was supposed to increase its ability to trigger. I'm just not necessarily seeing it.
It goes up the more you use your
Cinder and Char, right?
control powers. Yeah. So you should be okay. This is crap. We really can't do this, can we? We have to find books. You missed it before. We were out in Craze Folly. It's like a fantastic area for electric armor. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Where are you? Oh, down here?
Mm-hmm. Apparently I wasn't up to the challenge of that.
Ow! Yeah.
You got this, Christina.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in a battle on the next floor.
You...
I forgot I didn't turn my pets off.
Okay.
And I popped out of the elevator, and they were like, "Oh, look at that!" And I was just like, "Oh, shh."
All right. Well,
in my defense, I haven't played this character in a while, but
I thought for sure that I'd be able to stand my ground better than that, but apparently not.
well, I thought you were up top with me, but I guess you went down. If we had been there together, I'm sure we would have been.
I actually got bounced down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be a hero there.
Well, you are on the red side, so.
Yeah, this is true. Definitely not trying to be a hero. All right. Well, we were having a battle to the death on the floor below you, Christina, so we didn't go upstairs.
Oh, you're okay. They killed me up here.
Because we have to find books, so we can't really skip on this one.
I will come back in a few. I'm almost done.
Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that, really. A couple more of those. More of those.
Oh, hello. Fancy seeing you here.
Did you die of full inspirations?
Maybe.
The shame. The shame. 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 Speaking of which, have you guys watched the whatever the hell it is? House of the
House
Dragon?
of the Dragon?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Not yet, at least.
I still haven't finished Game of Thrones past season 2.
You're probably better off.
And I haven't gotten through Attack on Titan past season 2.
Really?
Yeah. I started reading the books instead.
Oh, okay.
And thought that I would get through all of the manga before going back to the show. But I have not. Which is ironic considering I've seen at least 368 episodes of Naruto.
It's a very specific number.
That's the total number for basic Naruto and Shippuden. So, and now I'm starting to watch them with William, and William loves it, and it's like the best thing ever to share together.
Going downstairs. Goodness. My goodness.
Yeah, that Singularity's a birch. That's what was killing me last time.
Ow! Yeah.
I'm trying to tackle the singularity from up here.
All right,
Best I
I
can.
got it. I got the consiglior or whatever the hell it is.
Oh, seriously?
You know what, guys? I've had enough of you. Really, it cost me almost all of my inspirations, but they're dead. There we go. There better be a book down here.
Not just the bookie, you mean?
Find books, escape with the bookie. Bookie. Luckily, it spawned right on top of your bonfire.
Very convenient.
It's very handy. Nice. I see no books. My goodness. That's a lot of pain. But you know, if it was easy, it wouldn't be us doing it. Alright,
Jesus Christ.
yes.
This
There
isn't one of those moments.
Oh. Alright, I get it. Do you have a res or not?
I have one if you don't.
Alright. Who's it? Alright. All he is. All he is. Alright. There's gonna be an ambush coming here, so we'll hang out. Oop, 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 nope. That guy really, really wanted to smack you around a little bit.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to keep him taunted.
Yeah.
Baby.
Bebo. Bebe. Bebes.
My sister agreed to take my fluffer if she gets her own place, and they take cats. Which will be very good for the kitty. And my sister, I think.
I'm hoping that the dude can figure the way up here. Nope, he did.
You know, it's bizarre how sometimes they seem to have these like supernatural leaping abilities despite not being heroes. And other times they're like, stairs confuse me.
Alright, so I got the bookie out. Now we need to find the books.
I chalk it up to, I imagine the Paragon City education system has a lot of self-defense and leaping classes.
Yeah, that could be. Sorry, that's a total corpse smasher move there. Alright, I didn't see or hear anything in here. So I'm guessing the books must all be in the next floor.
There's some guys upstairs, but I imagine we probably won't find anything up there.
I don't know. I'll give him a look.
Better safe than sorry.
You guys cannot see me. I'm on the other side of the... Okay, they can see me. I can't. I'm behind a plant. Check this out. Yeah, yeah. Who's got the lightning bolt? That's right. That hit for 38.
I know where the books are.
All right. You probably have the second floor mastered. Yep. There we go. So Zach, what combo are you? Are you stone, melee, and electric?
Stone, melee, electric armor.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I actually got inspired from for this character. I was looking at or I saw one of those photographs of like a volcano going off in Iceland, and it had lightning going through it, and I was like, oh, I'll go with like a fire themed Earth lightning character.
No. At least the pets die when they die, because it's impossible to kill Singularity otherwise. Oh, I hear something.
I think it's up here.
There's one on the ground here.
Nope, I'm wrong.
Now we have to publish the embezzlers. We will publish them.
Punish or publish?
We're gonna publish them. We're gonna tell them. We're gonna say their names.
Hi, we're with Reader's Digest.
I remember one of my friends. He did his spoof on the Punisher, and he named him the Publisher. And gave him the backstory. Of poorly written news articles.
I'm immediately thinking of that character from Hot Fuzz.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Lieutenant Angle. The greater good.
Here, Odie. The Publisher even had the same outfit, but had a gigantic P on his chest. You know, the letter, not the vegetable or the liquid. All right. Yep, we published the embezzlers. Christina, you said you got 40?
I did.
So that means we can do the Guard Lady Grey and Ricky.
Yeah. I need to... We have to go to Ricky, and I have to talk to the... not the Arbiter, the Vanguardy.
Zach, can you get to Ricky from here?
Do you have it on your long-range teleporter? Because that's how I've been able to go.
Not on this character, but...
Can we Ouroboros there, Paul?
No. Ouroboros doesn't go there. We have to find the... Oh, there's a Vanguard here. Do you see it? It's over on the west side. Vanguard DPO.
I do now.
Yeah. I think you can get there from there.
Should be able to.
Don't step on my buttons. Don't.
All right, so this should take you to... what do you find? Active... the Serpent Drummer. Alright. Have I got anything that I can auction out? Oh goodness. I found lots of stuff.
Oh yeah, my salvage is full too.
I have a bunch of recipes here. Most of which are worthless. That's okay. That's interesting. I never understand what to do with these. So here's one that actually listed at 15,000, but the last 3 that were sold are 150. I'll just list it for 15. And another 2,000. All right.
I'm so lost inside this base right now.
If you
I think I got it. I had to jump through the portal, right?
why don't you just teleport with long range teleport? It takes you right to the base.
Because I was using the thing that you told Zach to use. It's fine. I'm here now.
Okay.
I just was a little... Just took me a little longer because I was a little bit confused. That's...
All right. And I got nothing worthwhile in my salvage.
I feel like I just got... After 40, do you just get slots and you don't get powers anymore?
No, you get it every 3 levels. So you get the power levels, and that's after 30 actually. So instead of getting them every 2 levels, hold on a second, it's popping. Starting at 30, you get it at 30, then 32, then 35, then 38, and then 41, 44, 47, and 49. So you get another power at 40. So you get 3 sockets at, I'm sorry, another power at 41. So right now you get 3 more sockets. You need to be a heal. All right, the mission we're going to look for is going to be the Guard Lady Gray. But Christina, you don't have it because you must be training?
Correct.
All right.
Give me just a second.
Sure. All right, while you're doing that, I'm going to warm this up.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go? Where's he? Oh wait, no, you don't have to. That's right. You can just do the auction house command.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to get myself to watch the new Lord of the Rings series or the She-Hulk series. all these franchises that I would have really just dug into and consumed before. Just am not feeling it.
No comment.
Your pets are attacking target dummies over there. I didn't know there were target dummies in here. It's kind of funny.
At least they're working out.
Wait, why did they die?
I just dismissed them.
Oh, okay. How did the target dummies kill them? All right. And we're off.
Oh, I should get an experience booster. I can't do that here, though.
You can do it from Pocket D.
Can you hit this Ouroboros right here? Oh, but you won't be able to come back.
Port Oaks is... Wait, is it Port Oaks? No. It's what's the baby city? The little evil city.
Rogue Isle? No.
Rogue Island is this entire thing.
I'll know it when I see it.
Mercy Island.
That's the one.
Yeah. Although if you're a vigilant...
I can just go to Atlas Park.
Yeah, you can go anywhere.
Right back.
Yeah. Yeah, and Atlas Park works because there's a Vanguard, like right next to Lady...
That was my thinking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lady Liberty or Miss Freedom or... What's her face?
So, while we're waiting,
yeah.
Paul, one breed of dog you would never own.
I would never do... Well, actually, there's more than one breed of dog I would never do. I would never do anything...
Chinese hairless?
Well, nothing that... we've already been through this point where I've discussed in great depths how if it's less than 40 pounds, it's not a dog. It's a squeaky toy. So any sort of dog that is, a lap dog, one that you can carry around, not a dog. If you
what about like a beagle? Beagles are under 40 pounds, but they're pretty dog-like.
Nope. No. Beagles way too vocal. And you cannot break them from chasing things. You just can't. And they just do that sound all the time. You can't break them of it. So with very little exceptions, I would go, my breed range kind of goes to the labs for the hunting dogs because they're so even-keeled. Mm-hmm. Almost all of the herd dogs are fine, and almost all of the working dogs are fine. Mm-hmm. But I would not go with any dog that's jowly and drooly. So mastiffs,
Bernards, Newfies.
Right, all of the ones that you're wiping drool off of you.
Mm-hmm.
My boxers tend to have jowls, but the ones that I've had have never really been drooly.
Yeah.
It's usually a dentition. It's dental structure that can impact how.
But some of them just drool. It doesn't matter what their teeth are like; they're going to slobber. Yeah, it's their faces. This is how they're designed. So, the muzzle shape makes a big difference to me. Mm-hmm. And hey, welcome. You have a. Is it German Shepherds? I've never really had problems with German Shepherds. I think it's a shame. Oh, we have to go to our mission. We don't have to, but it's like right here. I think it's a shame what the AKC has done to German Shepherds. I think that the European German Shepherds are much better. They're much healthier. We've just created a breed that is untenable regarding back and hip issues.
The desire for the aesthetic has ruined the functionality.
I don't even get the aesthetic. I really don't.
And even just
that's what happened with the American Bulldog too, right?
Yeah. They went for a certain aesthetic, and they're at the point where they can't give birth on their own.
Yeah.
They're mostly C-section births, and they're very heat intolerant, and they have made them so wrinkled that they have a lot of dermatological issues where the folds constantly have to be cleaned out, or they will get infections.
So that's the one that you would prefer not to go see, huh? As a German Shepherd, is it because they're territorial? Is there a difference between that and like Dobermans? Although I think you probably see a lot fewer Dobermans on the average. Christina, can you find the door?
Is that so? We're supposed to go through the door?
Yeah. Yeah.
I found it. I wasn't sure I was supposed to.
You are on
sure.
it. We're basically like in an alternate place now.
Gotcha.
Wait a minute. How do we get to this place? Is it through here? Oh, here we go. No, I've never had a problem with it. Actually, I've had more problems with unpredictable dogs being black labs. Of all the black labs and collies, strangely, I've had more problems with.
Yeah, they tend to be more high strung. I would say with shepherds, poorly trained shepherds, because it's really understanding the drive of the dog.
Well,
and making sure you train them appropriately.
They have to be given a job. They need a job.
Yes.
If you don't work them, they get bored.
Yep. Yeah, and it's the same with Dobies, with Rotties, with everything. It's all about.
Never had a problem with a Rottweiler. Ever.
You know, I've never had problems with them other than pulling, because they're so strong, and when you're trying to walk them, it's very difficult.
Anybody know where we're going now? Oh, there we go.
Protect Lady Grey. So we got to find her because now Nemesis has shown up.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's a bunch over here. This is kind of a cool mission. All right. I don't know where she is in this. I'm gonna go run through the other area and see if she's back here getting her butt kicked.
I'm trying to keep you alive, Christina.
I should have used my inspirations.
Why are they attacking? They're attacking the computers of all things.
Remember, we just went and downloaded all the computer
information?
information?
No, they didn't. No, they're not. There's a dude here I couldn't see.
Yeah.
There might be a hospital in here.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay. Oh shoot, they got vengeance running.
Yeah, treeing walkers are pretty terrible. The other one, you know, I know you like herding dogs, Polly, but Aussies, they can be brutal because most often they're smarter than their owners.
Yeah. Well, the one that my ex ended up picking up was a Australian cattle dog. And his herd drive was very, very strong.
Mm-hmm. And when you have a smart, bored dog, it ends poorly. So, I find the most trouble with that in many cases.
So you know there's one smaller dog I would consider, and that's a mini Australian Shepherd.
Oh, yeah. I had a client had one of those, the mini Aussies. They're super cute.
Yeah, they're very cute. They don't need as much space. They take their job very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't tend to be runners. I don't really know.
Yeah, hers was like 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's like the one smaller dog I can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Although, you know, you have to be careful because you know how they most of them are created by crossing Aussies and Palms together.
They're made in a lab.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's more just.
How long ago though? I mean, they're a purebred. So
mini Aussies?
Yeah, yeah, they're an AKC registered breed.
Yeah, but that's recent.
How recent? They breed them to each other. Where is Lady Grey? Do we know?
No. She's not coming up on the map, which must mean we're on the wrong level, maybe?
I wonder if we had to go outside.
Is there an exit?
Well, I mean, there's that green thing, right?
Come over here to me.
Oh, I hear the fighting.
Oh, I see voices.
Are you upstairs? Oh, no, you're not upstairs. You're over here.
I see voices.
Yeah, you know what the worst thing is? I know exactly what she's talking about. But I would never do like a Sheltie.
Oh, I love Shelties.
My sisters raised Shelties. They're just too high strung.
They can be pretty neurotic. I did a lot of Sheltie rehab because one of my dog sitting clients was worked with Sheltie rescue, and every so often I would take one on. And I had one that I had for about 6 months in rehab, named Remy, and well, I got him because they were going to put him down because he had bitten like 4 people, and the owner, damn it, had been beating him with a broom and shoving him in a closet. So anytime you tried to put him in a crate, the poor thing would freak out. Understandably, right?
What does it take to put this fake nemesis down?
But he put me down quick.
There he goes. I suppose he's got like stacks of vengeance rolling on him. Oh, Christina, that is not.
I'm gonna
that is
just
not.
keep him taunted. I'll be fine.
Oh my god.
Brave of you to assume that I have taunt. And I'm dead.
I'm sorry.
That was
so sorry.
freaking ballsy.
No, it's okay. I play.
This guy's gonna blow up. Oh god, Zach. Oh my god.
It was a calculated risk.
Oh, I can't believe that worked. He blew up a split second before you stood up. Just a split second. Oh man. Like he's taking damage from my aura. I can't stop.
Oh gosh. But
So
yeah, he.
I'm sorry.
So some of these dogs that we see that have these underlying breed predispositions and problems, it's because people are taking dogs that were bred for purposes and trying to repurpose them into their lives, and then don't understand why they're struggling in that environment.
Well, I mean, yes and no. It depends on the dog. I mean, you think about how many golden retrievers are out there who are absolutely fine not hunting. Right? They're bred for one purpose, but they're actually okay in a relatively small house as long as they get outside every once in a while to run. They're fine. I think the labs might be a little bit of an exception to that. At least certain labs.
Yeah, because I mean, Charlie, in his own, is sort of retrievery.
Yeah.
I do think he's a bird dog. He's a Chessie mix.
I think
is what I would say.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
And when he sees something,
did you want
he
call
still.
your contact?
Oh yeah, I'll call him. He does the bush flush, where he will do that bound into the bushes and flush birds out and everything. And but at the same time, if that dog does not get out, he is the most destructive little bastard.
He's also a puppy, though. I mean, this is your first real dog from a puppy, isn't it?
Since I was small, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an old dog person, not a puppy person.
So until he crosses that year and a half, 2 year mark.
Yeah, he's like a velociraptor.
Yeah, it's just his nature. It's like kids putting things into their mouth. You just can't stop it until they're a certain age.
Where did you guys go?
We went out through the green portal on the floor.
I'm gonna train real quick. Give me a sec.
Okay. I should say I went out through the door. But yeah, I would agree. People who pick up, and it's, I know that there's supposed to be this great love for Staffordshire Terriers and Pit Bulls and things, but the reality of it is they're also working dogs. And if you don't challenge them in some way to do something, to use their energy on something, they're going to be a nightmare. Now, a well-trained one, it's absolutely fine. But if you don't train it well, then you have the ones that rip off faces of kids.
Yeah. I think that's and I as much as people say, well, there's so many issues with overbreeding and everything like that, there are a lot more issues with dog rescues and under socialization. And really, truly, when you get a dog from a rescue, especially like a mature or older dog, you don't know what that dog's been through. You don't know what their triggers are. And you can have a dog that seems perfectly fine until there's a catalyst moment. So, and the whole thing with that Sheltie I took in where he had bitten, I think, 6 people, because every time he tried to put him in a kennel, he would bite somebody. And it wasn't until somebody sat down and went through his history. He bit for kenneling, and then he bit someone who he would, like, if you came up behind him and tried to leash him, he'd bite you. What we realized is we put him on, we did a high dose of Prozac, and what Prozac does is it causes, Prozac in dogs causes a neurological delay. So it slows their reaction time by like 3 to 5 seconds. So essentially it's almost like they're living in slow motion.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because you'll like touch them and then like you'll see like it'll stop a beat and then you'll see them snap around, but it's just...
So you really have to be careful if you have one of those outside, because if they're not on a leash, they're not going to react in time to anything that might be coming their way.
No. You don't take them off. Well, if you have a dog that you're medicating that high of a dose, they should never be off leash, because it means you have an animal that's either so anxious or so dangerous it would not be safe for them to be unattended. But what we found out was the frickin' dog was deaf, and so he was constantly being startled by everybody. So we just started walking hard in the house so that you were like stomping your feet, and he would pick up on the vibration, and we just tapered down the dose over the course of 90 days, and then just a lot of consistent rehabilitation. And we wound up placing him in a home, and we put him in a home with an elderly couple who had walkers, and he could hear the thump, thump, thump of them going by with the walker, and they had a fully fenced-in yard, so he never needed to be leashed, and they didn't crate him. Dog did fine. He had a fabulous little end of life for the last 2 years, until he passed. No, I think he lived 2.5, 3 years before he passed away as a little senior dog. And it's just sometimes you have to recognize the experience of the animal and figure out what the best situation is for them. And a lot of times people don't do that. They say, I'm in an apartment, so I'm going to get this small, high-strung dog. Your dog's high-strung. It doesn't matter how, if you're not going to go out and run with this dog, your dog's going to freak out. Yeah, and see, just like that, and as you get someone who threw firecrackers at puppies, you now have an animal that's consistently scared and frightened of loud noises. And, yep. Yeah, they are. And so it's, Dalmatians are also honestly known for, having unpredictable aggression issues in many cases. But they think a lot of that is due to some degree to the deafness, where they get startled or have reactions because of a lack of sensory input.
I'm not a big fan of Dalmatians. And it's for a very, very superficial reason. I don't like their fur. It's thin and wiry. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I like floofy pets.
Charlie's wiry.
Not really. I mean, there's a difference. A Dalmatian coat is not that much different from like a horse coat.
Yeah.
So you don't go out to pet a horse. I'm gonna go scratch the horse behind the
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
Sorry about
Who doesn't pet their horses?
You don't curl up with a horse in the bed and think, okay, well, it's a nice day. Let's take a nap and lay down next to a horse. You just don't do it.
I've done it.
There's a store.
Not in a bed. I mean, you can't do it in a bed, but I mean. Yeah, see? Horses do like to be petted. That is correct.
Scratched.
And horses have the softest noses.
I've always wanted a, what is it, an Irish deerhound?
The Wolfhound? Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's a different one. I was just putting that picture in there because it's a lesser-known dog breed. But no, like the one that's sort of like a greyhound with wiry fur, I guess.
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. They're neat dogs. Oh, Paul, so what do you think of poolies, then?
I don't know what a poolie is.
You don't know what a poolie is? It's like a sheepdog, but all the hair gets dreaded.
No.
Oh, the mop dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not a poodle.
Yeah.
I had a
It's
friend who
something
had
else.
one of those. It was a good dog.
It's a Commodore. That's what you're thinking of.
No, I'm thinking of a Poolie.
You're thinking of a Commodore. The dreadlocks dog.
Oh god, I have so many.
No, I'm
enhancements.
not. It's a Poolie.
Okay,
100% it's a Poolie.
what's a Commodore then?
Commodore dog with a K. Oh, similar. Different size and like structure, but the coat is similar.
No,
Poolies are longer and lower.
don't care. Not a fan. If the dog is bred to where it can't see something on its own, no, just not a fan. I'm also despite the fact that we. What's that?
Thanks.
I'm coming to you guys now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that I just lost a friend who was a golden doodle not that long ago. Not a fan. I understand that the coat is supposed to be great because it's hair and not fur. It's hypoallergenic and it doesn't shed and all that blah blah blah. But the reality of it is, a dog that weighs 85, 90 pounds and has to be groomed, it's a very expensive proposition. And if you don't groom, he gets matted up. It pulls the hair out of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
They're prone to dermatological issues because of it. There's a bunch of issues. So, not a big fan. And they're very cute. I mean, they're possibly the cutest puppy that ever existed. They look like little teddy bears. But no, not a fan.
You see, but like even Charlie, I bathe Charlie all the time. He gets a monthly bath, but do you know why? Because he still squats to pee, and when he squats to pee, he pees on his front legs. And I can't stand the smell. Drives me crazy. Yeah. So, you know.
That's why I don't pee on my front legs.
But I mean, a lot of this, we look at these dogs with these breeds. This is us. This is selective breeding.
I mean, all the dogs' problems are basically boiled down to humans. That's not a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason that the healthiest dogs are the ones that are not purebreds.
Are the mutts?
Yeah.
And I just want to share, I have met some very sweet ponies, but there are many who are assholes. So, I understand what you're saying.
It's gonna be an explosion, Christina.
Oh, it said avoided when I backed up. Oh, nice. I should have gotten a badge for that. I survived.
I should have gotten a badge for not being killed by that. Oh, and that is a perfect char right there. Perfect char. Nabbing the dude off in the distance. That's excellent. Another explosion coming up. Did avoid that one.
Let's not avoid that one.
I think you can get a badge for that, though.
That's right. I got one a little while ago for taking 500,000 points in damage. Oh yeah, I do easily double the damage if I take off from my furthest distance in that Savage Leap.
Yeah.
I did almost 200 points damage on that rather than 99. Oh, hello. I'm not here. Nope.
Yeah, I will say, and just I broke my rotator cuff on I broke my collarbone and tore my rotator cuff on a pony because we used to ride them back into the barn, and the frickin' thing took it at a lean and brought me in too close, and so coming around, the pole caught me right like in the collarbone and shoulder, and so I hit the pole here. Broke my collarbone. It hit me so hard that it flipped me off the other side, but my feet were in the stirrups. And so then my stirrup was caught, and he just kept going. So I was getting dragged, and I had to like roll myself up and then hop next to the frickin' pony until I could throw my leg back over because I couldn't get my foot out of the stirrup, and it would not stop. Like, you fall off a horse, they stop, they look at you, they're like, what are you doing? Yep, not the pony. The pony was just like, it is dinner time. Motherfuckers. We are going. So I feel you there. I don't think I got a concussion that time.
I do you remember.
Not that I remember, no.
Oh,
It's not like
Zach went daring.
It's not like we were wearing helmets at that barn. I don't think I wore a helmet a single time I was riding there.
You went power surge, Zach? You are a brave, brave man.
Why?
Well, you'll see.
Because when it wears out, I'm going to be tired.
You're gonna be dead.
Eh.
Not dead. It just gives you like only one single bar and no endurance.
It'll knock all your armors off.
Yeah.
Take you entirely out of endurance, and it'll take you down to like 10 health.
Yeah, you have to
I
kind
didn't
of
know
like...
that.
You have to make sure that you're like in a completely empty area where you
Yeah.
will not be attacked.
Yeah. I spec'd out of it. I couldn't handle the uncertainty of it all.
Although, you know, you could be like Christina, who still has a full box of inspirations, and then just dies anyways.
Yeah, but that hasn't happened recently. I gotta get you to a safe spot, Zach. It lasts for like 3 minutes or so.
I'm watching the debuff or the buff.
I'm gonna put these guys down fast.
I'm coming in to help.
In fact, I had it until yesterday, or this morning actually, and then I spec'd out of it. Or not even this morning, it was tonight.
I'll probably keep it. It'll just be an oh shit button.
And it is effective at that. Alright.
Alright.
Let's hang out. What's this guy doing? Okay, he's with us apparently.
Yeah. He must be one of the diplomats or negotiators.
Yeah, let's wait for Zach to crash.
He's full health at the moment.
Uh-huh. And then he won't be.
So the other diplomat is right. So we got a diplomat right over here around the corner with a War Hulk, a Sergeant Major, and a couple others.
Alright.
We want to leave Zach tucked away in that corner and try to take these guys out. With the
I'm
diplomat.
resting, and
There it goes.
It just ended.
Yeah. It's a very scary feeling.
Okay.
It's like you just got hit by like a half dozen sappers. It's the whole same pew sound on your screen.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're going to burn some accuracies here. Who's got to sleep? Is it, oh, it must be the
Ricky.
yeah. So those guys are just sodding off then. Oh, and one of them's staying. Alright, so our next one's going to be over here, I'm guessing. It's a big room up here. So this... Oh, ambush. So for this particular build, I don't have... Oh, a big ambush. I don't have hasten yet. Did you end up taking it at all, Zach, or not?
Huh?
Did you end up taking hasten? Hasten. Haster? Did you end up taking hasten at all?
I usually only try to take it if I feel it's thematic to the character.
This has got...
Yes, I'm that guy.
They've got a built-in speed up anyhow for this armor set.
Yeah.
So you're not a meta player, Zach?
I try not to be.
Yeah, good for you. Well, this guy's about dead.
It's different when the game was live, but I feel like with it coming back, I can just play for fun and.
Yeah, I've been talking for a little while about doing like a meta free Monday thing, where
Shit.
where we
Did you guys leave me?
No, we're in the big room. Go into the room further. Another ambush, I assume?
No. I was over here with you guys and then he almost killed me.
I can't seem
And
to
did
get
kill
aggro.
me.
As I say, I can't seem to get aggro on anybody. Oh god. What? Oh, what's going on? Why can't I get aggro? They just
Evidently, because I'm a tanker, when I res, they were like, "Ah, fuck, it's a tanker, get him!"
I need to make myself a heal here.
So, question for you. What do you mean by meta? Because, Andrews had a similar question.
Oh, a meta, like there's... Okay, so there's a problem with modern gaming. And the problem with modern gaming is that there are always people who will rush ahead to the end game and leave everybody else behind. It's their goal to beat the game as soon as possible. So no matter how custom designed it is to challenge a player, some player is always going to rush to the end. They're gonna take out.
They see it as a puzzle to solve.
Right, and they're gonna post that they did it in this amount of time. And what happens after that is they go through and they put in all of the different keys to how to beat this boss, or where to go on this map, or what the best combination of powers are, or what you should do for this build. So there's this right build where it's a min-max. It's usually min-max, which means you get the most benefit from the least amount of work regarding your power choices and socketing.
Right, you're playing more for numbers than you are for anything else.
Right, it's not a theme. It's, okay, well, if I take this build, I need to do it this way, otherwise I'm not effective. But the reality is you're just not as effective necessarily as somebody who may be doing it that way. And some games really encourage that because they won't even take somebody who doesn't have certain sets of armor or certain power sets. This is not one of those games. But where are they going? So when Zach says he's not doing hasten because it doesn't fit his theme, what he's saying is, despite the fact that there's a pretty big advantage regarding damage and certain heals and things, he's not taking it because it doesn't match the way he built his character. There's a really fascinating, again, I don't mean to pump somebody else's channel necessarily, but Zach Strife Hayes did a really good job of saying why does modern gaming stink? And a lot of it has to do with this kind of mentality where you have to beat the game, and it's not about enjoying the process. It's about getting to the end as fast as possible. And what happens is, because there's so little variety then regarding effective builds, then what happens is people only take certain builds or certain combinations of things.
So if you have people who don't know what the meta is, you'll find that they like, if they were to try to get into a group, people would be like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing?" and then just not bother to interact with them at all because they're seen as, since they're not following the meta, they're
outliers.
seen as being,
And this puts
they're like
the
a
developers
lesser
into a
player.
real quandary because now they've got builds that can beat their content. So they need to increase the content difficulty in some way to make it challenging to the people who are using these builds in certain ways. Or they need to change the builds, right? They need to change how powers work. And so there's like, everybody is always afraid about the nerf bat. Something huge just got changed. Now everybody's upset because this build that's been used for like the last 6 months and is the top damage dealer for the server stats wise is no longer as effective as it used to be. And so everybody's angry about that.
The developer, yeah, and it's like, guys, you should have done something else then.
Right.
So the reason why it's called metagaming is just because, as you know, like meta means to look at something
outside of
beyond,
right?
Yeah, beyond what it is. So when you look at a game, it's just you're looking at it as a game instead of being in the game itself. So like if you were to play. No, I don't even know if there's a meta for Monopoly, but like if you played someone who, that's probably a bad example, but say like Scrabble, like they would know distinctly like what words always use and everything, so they wouldn't be playing to have fun. They'd be playing using that knowledge of how the game can be won the easiest and best way.
I'm heading back to Pocket View, guys. Yeah, so basically, you know how in Portal 2, sometimes we looked up the information online?
Yes, exactly. The conflict between the fun of success versus the success of fun.
Looking up stuff online to try to figure out how to solve it rather than solving it in-game is another form of meta play. You're getting information about something you did not actually acquire in-game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've done it too, you know, where I don't want to go through the process of leveling from 1 to 50 the hard way again once more time going through Atlas Park. And so I'll park in an AE farm and I'll get, you know, to 30 or 40 in the course of a couple hours. But then I'd have no idea how to play my character at all.
I've seen that happen to you several times.
Yeah, where I've got no knowledge. I'm like, okay, well, I'm level 48.
All their slots are empty.
I have no idea how to play this character. And then I'll play it for a little while and thinking, well, I had no idea that the character was this kind of crappy once I actually got to play it. Yeah. But, you know, I've got all of 2 days in on it at that point. So, but yeah, metagaming is basically using outside sources. You can even say like stream sniping is metagaming in some ways. So if we were doing a PvP thing and we were streaming, and somebody looked at our stream to find out where we were so they could kill us, stream sniping is one way of doing it too. So it's using outside information rather than information inside the game in order to succeed at the game. And metagame is, build-wise, is definitely one of those things. And I'm fortunate, this combination of things, this the Savage Melee and Electric Armor, I even looked. I couldn't find anything. So, whatever I end up doing, it's not going to be metagaming. Because I have no idea at this point in time how I'm going to socket anything. Anywho, that's it for tonight.
Yeah. See, now I don't know where I fit, because if that's metagaming, what is it that I just have an absolute refusal to learn the proper way to actually play?
Well,
then you're playing the game for fun.
Yeah, anti-metagaming. Yeah. What she's saying is, I refuse to learn even in-game systems.
Yeah.
Then that's
like sets and stuff like that. Yeah.
How to make an IO. Yeah. All those things.
Yeah. I enjoy spending time with you guys.
And it honestly, this game is really more social than anything else. It is a graphical user interface for my social networking is basically what it is. So
yeah, I mean, with this game, you'd really have to purposely pick things that make your character completely worthless in any sort of content.
Yeah, yeah. And the reality of it is that nobody I'm aware of, other than people who tend to farm a lot, are really all that concerned with what build you're running. Even in pickup things, you know. In pickup games where I've run, or in pickup like pugs, whatever I'm doing, where they're running, I'm in my 40s and they're running regular newspaper missions in Peregrine. And I'll jump in and I'll say, well, I can. So they're advertising for people. I say, yeah, I'm 48. I can jump in. They don't even ask me what I am. They don't say, are you a tanker? Are you a blaster? Or whatever. I just say, yeah, I'm level 48. Sometimes I don't even say that. I'll just say I'm in. I get the invite. And they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So the only time it really matters is if you're on certain task forces where you need to be a certain level in order for them to proceed. That's the only time that anything like that matters. This game is really not that big of a deal regarding it. So, but other games where people are super competitive at it, it does make a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially if you're like part of, if you're doing raids on old school, not old school, but even relatively recent things like World of Warcraft, the non-classic version, and you're doing pickup groups for raids. If you don't have the right equipment, if you don't have the right everything set up for it, nobody wants you.
So here's kind of an example that kind of illustrates it a little bit better outside of this game. So if you were to look at Dungeons and Dragons, when you make a character, typically what you would end up doing is you would just take a single class for your character. You might take two, but you'll be like, okay, well, my character's a wizard, and that's it. Your character is a wizard. You play it the way that you want as a wizard. Someone who plays for metagaming would be like, okay, I'm going to take wizard for 2 levels, and then after I do that, I'm going to take 3 levels of monk. That will make it so that I get extra defense when I'm not wearing armor, which as a wizard I wouldn't be wearing anyway. Then I'm going to take 1 point of this, and then 1 level of this, and then, they just end up with this concept that doesn't really make sense thematically. Right. They're just looking at it from a game perspective of, if I do these things, then my character will be the best.
Right. And my last wizard, I spent all of my extra points to try to take somebody who could wield one particular weapon, which was not a wizard weapon. It was a nodachi, a gigantic 2-handed Asian sword.
Katana.
Yeah, like a big version of that. Now, my ability to use that was really, really slim. My ability to hit with it, really slim. Mm-hmm. But when I did hit, I could do anywhere from 1 to 20 damage. So most of the time I would hit for very little if I ever did hit. But sometimes I could really crack something. Usually I'd be dead first, or I'll crack it and get their attention, then die after that. So, yeah. But anyhow, yeah, that's metagaming. As a quick crash, and So even like, and this is nothing against the help that we've been getting online regarding your set pieces. In some ways, that's metagaming, right? Because you got a bunch of sets that were really custom designed for these 2 powers. Now, you didn't come to that knowledge on your own.
No.
It was something that was kind of given to you. So it's information.
It was literally given to me.
Information or plan that came from outside your own knowledge. Basically.
So, like, in that case, though, like, isn't even just, like, having the chat where people are giving us advice when we're...
Not really. I mean, that's in-game, right?
Yeah.
Are you talking about in-game chat or chat on the stream?
Or, like, on the stream, when we have people that are watching and they're just like, hey, this build, you could do X, Y, Z. Have you thought about adding this in or that in?
Yeah, that could be metagaming. Right. And it's mostly good intention. They're just trying to get you to a point in time where you can perform better.
Oh, they want you to be successful.
Right.
Yeah.
But obviously our big claim to fame is that we're mostly not successful. So it doesn't really matter whether or not we have the best builds or we're able to survive. The big claim here, even though it's not that big of a deal in the community, is doing the +4 +8. So they're running level 54 missions with the ×8 people. And so there's massive crowds of things, and everything's purple to you until you get to a certain level, and you get massive amounts of experience for it, but you're just running newspaper missions, getting loads of experience and cash or whatever you're getting for it. And that's you can't do that unless you've got a certain set of things built. Otherwise, you're just there soaking up experience and money. but you're not going to be effective. And so everybody wants to run that. I really don't care. I mean, there are some fantastically capable people who play this game who are, veteran level 200 plus, who have put loads of time into that build, and what they want to do is play the game that way. And that's fantastic for them. Absolutely fantastic. If that's how they want to play the game. I'd just rather have a chance of failing, So.
That's where you get your true victory.
And so am I. Oh my God. I have to admit, this is a bit of metagaming on our part. When you recommended it and I took it, I also did a respec earlier, as you can probably tell. And so I got rid of I've already forgotten what the hell it's called.
You got rid of the one that Zach has, like the
power surge. Yeah.
Yeah.
And took that instead, and ended up kind of socketing everything to be a little bit less endurance hungry. So I can run all of my armors now. I have one less attack because hemorrhage is apparently entirely worthless. It doesn't do damage fast enough for me to actually worry about ever having it. So it is night and day. I don't know. I think I died twice tonight, but it was earned deaths. It wasn't stupid deaths. So I'm okay with it. It wasn't because I ran out of endurance. So I think it's going to be a good time for good build overall. I'm looking forward to getting a couple characters to 50 plus with Christina. I'm sure Zach's already got a couple. And
I only got the one actually, but
total.
Yes, on these servers. I mean, I had a few on live, but I didn't really play as much as I had really wanted to when they brought the servers back up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and not because I want to go and run a bunch of missions that get us more incarnate points to do certain things for stuff. It's just because I don't remember the end game content that well. And I know that there's continuous stuff that happens regarding our content where it doesn't just end there. We don't just have to keep on running certain missions. And I want to kind of go through that. And as you can kind of tell if you're looking at the stream, I have a few 50s.
Just a few.
Yeah. None of them are good 50s. But I have a couple that are into double digits for veteran levels. That's about it. I think maybe my highest is 20.
I don't think I've gotten anybody to 50, have I?
Sure. We've got
Did I get my stalker to 50?
Your stalker's 50.
Yeah.
But I don't think we ever got your stalker to where he had any incarnate points. We didn't get him to where he got his alpha.
No, and I don't think we got Pandemonia there either.
Did we get them to 50 as well?
I don't think so. Who was Pandemonia playing with on your side? Rainbow Trout?
Let me find out.
Rainbow Trout. It's Rainbow Trout. What level is Rainbow Trout? Because they're usually within 1 or 2 levels of each other.
35.
Yeah, so that's where we stopped with that set.
Yeah. So, yeah, I only have 150 on Reunion. And that's Poncho. Ice Hole is 42. Oh, I better play Nuclear because I'm about to lose my name.
Candace. I saw someone who had their set named Pandemonium, but it was like a big old panda that was a blaster power set, and it was just amazing to watch. It was one of the ones where you had joined up with the task force, I think, and it was one of the members of the task force, and I was just like, oh, I want a panda. It's very difficult to make because they don't have like bare face structure.
Trust me, I'm playing Rakakuni. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rakakuni
with a wolf.
Rakakuni is a little wolf, basically, what Rakakuni is. So.
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
Deuter's back. Question gauge. Yeah. So basically, and I think a lot of what we're missing is we haven't done as a group at least, or as a duo or a trio, haven't done a lot regarding doing trials. So that's something that we could probably do poorly, but we would do it, and we would probably do it in not +4, +8, just because we're not equipped for it.
I'm not equipped for it.
Well, we're not equipped. Did you did well? I should show you what my. I'll pop back into. Show you my Rakakuni. I have currently no sets going on, and I think the only thing I have that's actually a set piece is something that I believe Duder popped on me for, because he couldn't handle watching how poorly I was playing, for good reason. But here we go.
Although I remember I told you, so Duder, I've been playing, but I can't figure out how to get Dominate to trigger, because now it's like it's never active, and I don't know, I'm doing something. I gotta.
This is my lovely build at 40, almost 41. So I have no set pieces running.
Thin Mage and Apex take like 20 minutes combined.
Yeah. But that depends on how good you are. Right? And there are a lot of things where we're running. I've run through pickup groups and they know the process so well that you're A to B to C and you're rushing from door to door on certain things. And I'm like, okay, where do we go next? Where do we go next? I follow this massive crowd to this next spot where we do this for a little while and then I res again because I'm dead. And then we're at this next place. I'm like, hey, look at this. I got my badge regarding this certain thing. And they're so good at it that you don't have time to necessarily pay attention. Now, I'm not Christina, where Christina absorbs the entire story. And she'll look at the mythology regarding what's happening behind things. Which is great because she's enjoying the process from start to finish, and I can't. I'm having still some vision issues, so I can't really read it anyhow. But even if I wasn't, usually if I feel pressure because if there's somebody in my group, we're waiting for a mission to be selected. I'm like, I want to get to the point in time where I can select a mission so they can start on their way to wherever the mission is, even if it's Christina who's never in a hurry regarding these things.
I'm never in a hurry. I'm always just like, I'm gonna read all 8 boxes of text.
Yeah.
And if you want, I will read it aloud to you in a funny voice.
Yeah. And obviously the challenge there is if we have got people on stream watching Christina read something for 5 minutes
so
as we
boring.
stand there is probably not the most exciting thing in the world because there's just minutes and minutes of silence while she stares at the screen and I'm going, well, can we pick something for a mission? I'm reading right now. I'm reading.
Because I want to know what's happening. Because I want to understand how all these stories fit together. And that way,
honestly,
later on down the line, I understand.
She is playing the game better than I am regarding
Have you ever watched Idiocracy?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So you want to know why that butt is farting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to think that it's a great idea to put Brondo on the fields.
Whose butt is it and why?
Because plants need electrolytes.
Because it's got electrolytes.
It's got what plants crave.
That is possibly the best movie that's never been seen by most people.
Yeah, see, and it's so I do sometimes read it aloud, but I think everybody still finds that equally boring. Is what I've been told. So, I don't know. I think honestly, the most entertaining pieces of content that I think I've produced was when we were playing Valheim and I was getting the troll attacks. And
yeah,
I cannot do things that are like jump scares and stuff like that, which is why City of Heroes is great for me. But things where I get attacked by something, it's a whole vibe.
But the thing that's interesting to me is that the trolls don't sneak up on her because when a troll walks, the ground shakes and it goes.
But I'm so focused on whatever the assigned task is. Sometimes I'm gathering or I'm trying to hunt something.
But there's no reading, right? There's no reading going on in Valheim. There's just you in the outdoors and a plant. And if there's a plant somewhere, Christina's got to go get it no matter what's close by to it. And that's her thing, and that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. But then as soon as I get attacked, like my eyes are bugging out of my head and I'm saying, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And I'm frantically trying to hit buttons and not die or run as fast as I can. And I look absolutely terrified
and technically,
the entire time.
Technically, Christina metagames in Valheim.
Because I look up recipes and then I look for locations of specific items and then I go hunt for them.
And she wears endgame armor at the beginning.
That is only because
that's absolutely honest.
It's only because I died so much without it that the learning curve for it not to be unpleasant for me to play was so steep that once I got to the point where I actually enjoyed it, I was very reluctant to go back.
Yeah. Well, she had teamed up with one of our friends, Isabel, Isabel lives to hunt in both real life and in Valheim. And so it worked out pretty well for them. I've caught some of their videos where Christina will be somewhere out in the middle of nowhere because she's following a trail of plants into the middle of the night in areas that have not been explored yet.
With trolls and dwarfs and all kinds of stuff that are all trying to kill me.
And Isabel will, at a dead sprint, come running towards wherever she is, yelling, "Kill, kill, kill."
And she kills everything that's attacking me. Yep.
Yeah. But Valheim never got much traction at all for us. Although I'm
on the streaming, it didn't.
Yeah, it's probably Christina's favorite game to play that I'm aware of, at least online, because she finds it to be very, very pretty.
It is pretty. It's very aesthetically pleasing.
I don't think I've played it since the last update has happened.
I would love to play, but it said the last time I tried to log in, it said the server was offline, and I was going to have to start from scratch. And remember I told you how I hate starting from scratch?
I personally, I love starting from scratch because I love building. So your thing is plants. I love building.
I will gather. I will go on a quest to kill and gather and find every item for every recipe to build everything. I don't want to build a house.
Yeah.
And every house I built was so ugly that you guys tore them down and rebuilt them different ways.
Well,
and that was both of you. Isabel did the same thing because she said, I don't know how to build anything straight.
You park the way you build. Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe
you can't believe I said something honest. Yeah, so if there's a square space for Christina to build a house, and she will build a house in at like a 45, not even a 45 degree angle, it'd be like a 32 degree angle, so that you can't get through on either side, and the door is facing the wall. I don't know what kind of spatial things going on regarding it, but she doesn't really understand that whole process, and that's okay. Again, because she loves doing the recipes and doing all the cooking and all that fun stuff. And
yeah, so then whenever they get on these kill missions, I'm like, take all these potions I already made so that you don't die. And that's my support.
And it works.
Yeah.
So it actually works. I'm kind of curious. I should probably check and see if the server's still up and running again. But
what's an SG base builder?
Supergroup.
Oh, we have a supergroup.
We do.
Or Zach also has a supergroup, I think.
I think he's got one on
but they
Reunion.
don't move servers.
Yeah, he's got one on is it on Reunion, Zach, or is it on like Excelsior or?
Yeah, it was on Reunion.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I
I'm
found
not good
that
at the building.
The supergroup editor is it's kludgy. I mean, I can do stuff, but I can't really feel like I'm doing anything really all that artistic on it. But I mean, you can do a lot, definitely. And I think if I end up doing like the Meta Free Mondays thing, I'll have to build something on whatever the other E server is that we don't have any characters on. It's the other one that's populated. That's gonna bother me. I gotta look it up now.
I didn't mind that Reunion was underpopulated though, because everyone there was friendly.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also nice to have a populated server just because it feels like it's
everlasting.
It feels like it's alive, you know. So
yeah.
I think I've got like on Everlasting. I think I've got one character, maybe two. Yeah, I got Itchy there, sitting at level 1. waiting to rule.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if we do it, we'll run like 1 through 50 on Nova Praetoria, with no experience boosters, no P2W powers, and just run through the arcs. Just because why not? The arcs are there, and most of the game, I think. Well, to me, the game is fun from 1 to 50. If you take your time to enjoy it. A lot of people these days are, they want to get to end game as fast as possible because to them the end game starts at 50, or their game starts at 50, and they're much better players than I am, which is, not saying a ton, I guess. And I've done the same thing in other games. I've done most of the big MMOs, and I've always tried to get myself from start to finish as fast as possible so I could enjoy that last part,
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. There are just different ways of enjoying the same thing, and there's nothing wrong with either way.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, thanks, guys. We will hopefully catch you guys next week, Friday. Enjoy your extra day off. Zach, thank you for joining us tonight again. And
yes, thank you.
Glad that your dog is in a good spot. And I believe that I think that's it.
Yeah, and Tudor and Andis, thanks for chatting.
Yeah.
It's always nice to be able to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I gotta figure out the respect thing at some point. I have never respected a character ever.
Yeah, and ideally I would do a tuned. I think you can go on to 17 for that, but that takes money. So, and I know money is really easy to get in the game, but that's okay. I'm okay not being great. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how I'm making my reputation now, is not being great. Mm-hmm. But we will catch you guys next week. Have a great long weekend.
Yeah, and now you can subscribe to us.
And now you can subscribe to us if you feel like it. If not, that's also fine.
Yeah, we just like people.
I regret the fact to a certain degree that we've gotten popular enough from being a bad channel, a bad City of Heroes channel that people are watching us enough now that there may be an advertisement. So I apologize for that. I'm like, I might earn like $1 off of that someday, but I don't know if it's worth it for anybody to have to watch an ad to see the stuff we're doing. So I'm not offended if nobody subscribes at all. This
is true.
Just keep on trucking, and if you catch us, that's great. I appreciate the time. Mm-hmm. All right. Final words. We all done?
We're done.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Everyone's chatty today. Zach, thanks for joining tonight.